Round one, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 17. We're continuing with our horror-ish theme for the month of October. We're doing best movies with a serial killer in it. So this will include a lot of horror movies, but it'll include some other movies that may not be considered horror movies. So you'll kind of see they're going to be a surprise. As always on Tournament Fights, we reveal it round by round. So I'll go ahead and I'll introduce our panel for tonight. We'll start with my co-host for tonight, Austin Pez. How's it going?
Well, hello, Jordan. It's another wonderful evening in Scary Movie Month, and as you said, we've got sort of a horror-ish theme, but as you see, we'll go along. We've included some movies of serial killers that may not fit into the horror genre, but you'll see as we go along, we've tried to include some fun ones a little bit off the beaten path, and it should be fun.
Yeah, it's a fun Tournament Fight. We can kind of just add whatever
want. Fits the bill.
Make it
fun,
I mean,
why not?
We do some stuff out of left field, So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then we got a couple returning members of our panel. We got Jacob Barber. How's it going?
It's going. I don't watch movies. I don't know why you keep bringing me on the show. No.
Well, you're always showing off your movie collection, and then when you come on the show, you're like, "Yeah, I haven't seen that." I'm like, "What have you seen, Jacob?"
Yeah.
Your own 64.
Yeah,
right.
just my own 64. That's it. Those 64 movies I've seen.
Only 64.
Those, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what I need to add to my list, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely a few that I need to add to my list too, because I've probably seen maybe a little over half. So we'll see. but next we have Richie Goodaker. How's it going?
Hey man, good to be here.
Good to have you back.
Good to be on this episode. I feel like we probably will get a bit of crossover from horror, but yeah, we get to stick to these other movies as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we have a first-time guest who's someone I've been wanting to have on the show for a while, because this guy really knows his stuff. We have Chris Greiner, the hotel nerd. How's it going?
It's going. Don't mind the sound of the engine in the background. I'm driving.
Sure.
But the hotel nerd has made his glorious return to YouTube and StreamYard and whatnot after months away. But I'm not officially back yet. I still got to move in with my fiance yet.
Well, we're happy to have you in whatever format we can get you in, even just audio. We're more than happy to have you. So yeah. But so we'll just kind of jump into it. So Austin, if you want to explain how everything's going to work, and then I'll bring up the tournament. Let's see. Oh, well, as he
said no.
Drops out, he's like, no, forget it. Well, anyways, how it's going to work, I'll explain it as I do this. But so basically, it's a tournament of 64. We just go through round by round. Everything's put into a randomizer, and there's no seeds or anything. And basically, you just vote. You can vote for literally any reason that you want. You can vote because you love a movie. You can vote because you hate the movie that it's up against. You can vote out of spite. You can vote because you like the movie poster. Just whatever mood or whatever reason you want. You can vote if you want to throw a wrench into the mix, but you have to vote no matter what. Even if you have two movies that go up against each other that you have not seen, you still have to vote, and then we'll determine a grand champion at the end of this whole thing. So, and let me bring back Austin. I know he's still with us.
Sorry, the tablet decided to have an internet issue and start lagging immediately as soon as I said something. Sorry,
no, it's all good. I already explained how everything's going to work tonight, so
okay, cool.
I made it easy for you.
You want to bump me back up in the order, and then let me go last with you?
Yeah. Let's see if I can do it there. Oh, come on. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
then I'm gonna throw it into presentation mode so it looks a little cleaner. Get rid of all the ads. Actually, I think this is presentation mode. Okay, because I'm not seeing any ads on here. Perfect. All right. Cool. So yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, basically all you have to do is vote, and we give you about anywhere from like 10 to 30 seconds to just say something quick about it. So, and if you would like to, and if you decide that you just want to simply vote, you can just simply vote. So, but yeah, we'll jump right into it. So let me zoom it in a little bit so you can see the first matchup here. We have the House of 1,000 Corpses going up against American Psycho. So,
and some of these, I don't know if Jordan explained that at the beginning, but some of these, we just picked one movie and kind of whatever the franchise of that killer is, just to not take up too much space. So House of 1,000 Corpses kind of represents the Firefly family kind of in general. And much like if we put up like a Halloween movie, it's just going to represent Michael Myers in general, if that makes sense. Just so we don't have a repeat of Tournament Fights Best Sequels where we just got this whole thing of 40 franchise sequels for no reason, just talking about the same people over and over again. So that's kind of what it represents.
Yeah, so we run into things like Halloween 2 versus Bride of Chucky. It's like
it's like that's no point. We already did that. So
yeah, we need the whole entire franchise. So, but anyways, though, you always start at the bottom of the ladder of house displayed on screen. So, Jacob, you'll be up first. So, which one you want to vote for?
I do like House of 1,000 Corpses. I like that trilogy. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but I don't hate it. American Psycho is one that I have not gotten around to watching fully. I started watching it, and then for whatever reason, I had to stop watching it. But I could just tell that Christian Bale was about to like give a great performance. Like what I saw, I think I saw like the first 20 minutes, and it didn't really get into much, but what I saw was really good, and I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of it. And I'm going to go American Psycho on this one.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to recommend that half of that movie I saw. That sounds good.
Yeah. Well, Hotel Nerd, which one you want to vote for out of these two?
I haven't seen American Psycho, but I have seen House of 1,000 Corpses. Is that the one where Paris Hilton got killed?
No, that's House of Wax.
Yeah.
Shit. Well,
House of 1,000 is Sid Haig and Bill Moseley and
if House of Wax is on this list at any time in the future, even if I'm not on to make the vote, that's my vote for House of Wax. Because they killed Paris Hilton.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to be House of 1,000 Corpses because I've actually seen that one. I haven't seen American Psycho yet.
Okay. Richie?
Sounds good, Richie.
For the House of 1,000 Corpses is fine. It's not really my as cup of tea, really. I'm not a huge Rob Zombie film guy, but you know, I like his Halloween remake. But yeah, I just for the Huey Lewis and the News sequence alone, I'm gonna go American Psycho.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I've seen House of 1,000 probably 1,000 times. I've seen American Psycho twice. So I'm going to go House of 1,000 Corpses just because of sheer number of times I've seen it more than American Psycho, although I do like American Psycho.
Well, I've seen each of these movies once, and House of 1,000 Corpses, it was fine. Like, it's not really necessarily my cup of tea either. Like, I'm not a huge Rob Zombie fan. I mean, I do like the guy, but and some of his music, but probably the one that I liked a little more was American Psycho, just for the performance Christian Bale gives, which is an awesome performance. So yeah, I'm gonna go American Psycho here. So,
okay, American Psycho, pulling it out.
All right, American Psycho. Moving on, and then up next we have Prisoners going up against Insomnia. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Denis Villeneuve versus Christopher Nolan. All right, and we're going to start with Chris the Hotel Nerd.
Yeah, what do you want to
I've
vote
not
for?
seen either one, but because I suffer from insomnia, I'm voting for Insomnia.
Okay,
Sure,
fair enough.
yeah.
That's a good,
That sounds
perfectly good
good.
reason on tournament fights to vote.
Except for
All
me
right.
too, a little bit. Well, at least like I'm always up at like 2-3 in the morning. It seems like, but
Mhm.
Yep.
but
That's why I have a show called Scared Shitless.
oh,
Mm.
nice. Richie,
Yeah.
What
Well,
vote for?
both these movies, like from directors who are great, but I think Prisoners is in one of my top. If I did a top 100, it'd be in my top 100. I love this movie a lot, so I'm gonna go Prisoners.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I like both these movies. I've only gone back to Prisoners once, but I've actually gone back to Insomnia quite a few times with Robin Williams and Al Pacino and stuff. It's a really underrated Christopher Nolan movie, so I'm going to go Insomnia.
Yeah, well, I like both of these movies. There's one that I absolutely love, and that movie's Prisoners. Like Hugh Jackman gives like an amazing, like incredible performance in that movie, and for me, like this may be a little bit of a hot take, but for me, Al Pacino is one of those actors that I always want to really like, but then every time that I watch him, I just can't really seem to really like most of the things that he's in. Besides the Godfather series, like I do really like him in that, but and also Scarface too. So those two. But besides that, though I just have kind
He's
of a hard time with Al Pacino personally. So I got to go with Prisoners.
He's one of them actors that you want to like, but every time you see his face, you just want to punch it.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I want to see him in the new Gucci movie just to be like, give me a little Gucci.
Oh, yeah.
Give me some
Yeah.
Gucci.
He has a very punchable face.
Yep.
That should be one of your tournament fights one of these times. Who has the most punchable face in Hollywood?
We could
There
do
you
that.
go. You could seriously do that, but
Mhm.
we can add Paris Hilton
Hey,
to
Jake.
the list for sure, right? Yeah.
No, I never hit a woman.
Yeah, right. Jacob, what do you think?
Jacob?
Oh man, if I was voting based off a single performance, I would go Insomnia just for Robin Williams' performance. I think he was fantastic in that movie. But I think Prisoners as a whole movie is better. I think Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal give good performances. And I like I said, I think Robin Williams' performance is like hands down the best out of these. But as a whole, I love Prisoners. It was in my top 64 when we did tournament fights. And I love that movie, so I'm gonna go Prisoners.
All right, another close one. 3-2 for Prisoners. Yeah, 3-2 for Prisoners.
Yeah, did you ever have one of those movies where you see it in theaters and then like as soon as the movie's done, you're just like start it up again. I want to watch it again. Like you could,
Mm-hmm.
like literally, you could like sit and watch it like immediately.
I did that with Transformers.
Yeah, that's
I
for
literally,
me.
before my late wife and I got married, she went out to Nebraska and I was bored as hell. So it happened to be the opening weekend for Transformers, and I saw Transformers like 5 times in a row in the theater.
Oh wow!
Like I just went back to back to back to back to back. Like, and I had nothing else to do. Sorry, side tangent. I know.
No, it's all right.
Well, those special effects blew me away, so I wouldn't mind for the first one at least. Yeah.
Let's just say I would have made John Roca proud that day.
Yeah, right. But up next we have Henry, the Portrait of a Serial Killer against Law-Abiding Citizen. All right. So at first it is Richie. So
Richie.
which one do you go for?
I think I love Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, but I don't I'm gonna say like Jared Butler doesn't. For me personally, doesn't do a lot of like not doesn't do a lot of great movies. I think I think a lot of the movies he's done lately is just kind of the same. But I do love A Law-Abiding Citizen. I think it's very underrated. I actually I think the performances are great, and it's something I go back to. So I'm gonna go Law-Abiding Citizen.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, and Law-Abiding Citizen was one I debated putting on the list, but he's absolutely serial killing in that movie. He has a list of targets. He's killing people left and right, whether or not you agree with who he's killing or his motives. Like he's a total, crazy serial killer in that movie eventually, especially by the end of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that too. I think I like Henry Portrait of a Serial killer, but Law Abiding Citizen is like super underrated and a lot and really really fun. So I'm gonna go with that as well.
I watched about 4 or 5 movies when I was trying to study for this episode, and after I watched them all, I was looking over the list, and I was like, man, why didn't I watch Law Abiding Citizen? I'm all out of time to watch Law Abiding Citizen. So I haven't seen it yet, but it's one that's on my list that I want to see because I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan. I've also heard that this is one of the more entertaining Gerard Butler movies, but I have seen Henry, A Portrait of a Serial Killer, and man, that the performance in that movie is just so good. Like it just blows me away every time. Just like super creepy. So yeah, I got to go with Henry, A Portrait of a Serial Killer.
All right,
Jacob.
I have not seen Henry. I have seen Law Abiding Citizen, and I think anytime Gerard Butler makes a good movie, you should reward that. So I will go with Law Abiding Citizen.
fair enough.
Right. Chris, what do you think?
I've seen Law Abiding Citizen. I have not seen Henry, so I got to vote for Law Abiding Citizen, even though I don't remember a damn thing about it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It's the one where he's
All right.
supposedly killing all these people while he's sitting in a jail cell, and then there's kind of some twisty stuff at the end. Yet all these people are still dying.
Yeah.
But it's a
still,
fun movie.
Still don't remember it.
Fun stuff.
Kind of like Jeremy Johns. I forgot about it after like 5 minutes.
Right after the credits was over, yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, was it Law Abiding Citizen?
Yeah, 4-1.
All right, sounds good. And then up next we have Saw representing the whole entire franchise for Saw. Going against the movie Maniac. So, yeah. So
with Joe Spinell.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm a big Saw fan, but I'm also a big proponent of the original Maniac with Joe Spinell, who's if you don't recognize the name, he's like the bookie loan shark guy in Rocky as well, that Rocky kind of works for, and he's really creepy in Maniac, and then the remake with Elijah Wood from the POV is actually really good as well. So I'm going to go with the underdog here. I'm going to go with Maniac.
Yeah, Maniac's one that's also high on my list. I have not seen it. I want to see it both, though. I want to see the original and the Elijah Wood one. They both.
The Elijah Wood one's great. Yeah. It's like a whole POV movie from his perspective, like walking around. Like the way it's shot, it's really interesting, and the soundtrack is awesome. Like the score is tremendous.
Nice. But for the Saw franchise, I've only seen the first 2, but it's enough to at least give a judgment for the serial killer Jigsaw. He does an awesome job as a serial killer, just like putting him through all these traps and all these crazy kind of like escape room type of things. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Saw, I think. So Jacob, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm watching the AEW buy-in show too, and I thought Minoru Suzuki legit knocked Bryan Danielson out. Sorry.
Oh,
anyway, I've seen Saw like the entire franchise, which might surprise some people that I've seen more than one movie in a franchise. I've not seen Maniac. However, with Saw, there were like 2 movies that I liked out of the entire franchise, and there were a few that were like, okay. And so for that reason, and for the praise that Maniac is getting, I'm gonna go with Maniac.
Sure, yeah. But unfortunately, if you haven't seen it, that's fine on Tournament Fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Hotel Nerd, what do you think?
I only saw the first Saw movie, and I was very underwhelmed. But I've not seen Maniac, so I gotta vote Saw because I've seen it.
Yep. Richie?
I haven't seen the original Maniac, so by default I'll vote Saw.
Yeah. Yeah, just because it's a little more widely seen. It sounds like Saw's moving on. So.
See, once you said it represented the whole franchise, I mean, I had to. The other movies kind of bring it down, in my opinion.
True.
That's fair enough.
That makes sense. But But coming up next, we got 7 going up against the Friday the 13th franchise. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, basically.
Man, this one's
Ooh.
tough. Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, so I'm up first.
Yeah, so it's basically the Jason Voorhees versus the John Doe killer because he's kind of
Yeah.
the serial killer of that franchise. Yeah, or that movie. Excuse me. Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, well, for me, Friday the 13th one that I need to go and I need to watch a bunch of those because I've only seen the original. I haven't seen anything else in Friday the 13th. So I'm like way behind on that franchise. But so for me, if I'm
You're not missing
judging,
much.
yeah, if I'm judging in just the one that I have seen versus 7, I mean 7 hands down by like a mile. When I saw the movie for the first time, like I didn't know what to expect. Like I knew that it was going to be kind of like a murder mystery type of thing, but I didn't expect it to be like basically a horror movie kind of like it. They really had some like dark themes and dark tones, so I got to go with 7. And also some amazing performances too. So I mean, yeah.
Mhm.
Jacob, what do you
All
think?
right, Jacob.
Yeah, 7 is definitely the better movie. But how could we have a tournament fight about serial killers and have Jason Voorhees get eliminated in the first round?
True.
I'm going Friday the 13th on this one.
Yeah. Hotel Nerd, what do you think?
Jason's a bitch. That's what I think.
Say that to his
But,
face.
Yeah.
Oh, I would. I would be the crazy son of a bitch that would do it.
Yeah.
I might not live to tell the tale, but I at least know that I got my balls in place.
Right.
But I'm going 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
Just because I'm like, I don't know, like I feel maybe it's because I've just been on episodes like like in a row. Where I feel like we've talked about Friday the 13th as ad nauseum.
Yeah.
and seven's like great, and yeah, I don't feel like like, it is one of the more iconic like serial killer movies. So I'm gonna go 7.
Yeah, and that's also one of the things. Like if you watch the show or you've been on a couple of times, sometimes we like to push things through that we haven't talked about quite as much, which we have talked about Friday the 13th quite a bit. So yeah, but Austin,
Yeah,
which one are
sure.
you
Why
gonna
not?
go
Just to get 7 through. I think we had it on another episode. On it might have been on Mighty 64 or something. It got knocked out in the first round. So let's push it through. At least do another round on this one. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
4-1 for
is.
7. Mm-hmm.
On. And then up next we have the
Hitcher
the Hitcher going up
versus
against
the Stepfather. Two
All right.
80s, 86 and 87, oddly enough, actually.
I'm assuming these are the originals, not the remakes.
Well, you can vote for the remakes too if you want to, but I mean, we're basically talking about the original. Yeah, Rutger Hauer and what's his name that plays the Stepfather? I forget his name, but yeah.
Man, that was the first time we ever got a porn bot in the chat room on this show. I just had to ban him. But anyways.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's honorable.
Yeah, right.
You should have clicked on it. It'll corrupt the show really nice.
Yeah, right. And make it all like pixelated looking or weird, like some virus. But
all right, Jacob, you're up first on this one. I got Stepfather and the Hitcher.
Yes. I believe I've seen the remakes of these.
Same.
Not the originals. And if I remember correctly, I've only seen each of them once, and I'm pretty sure I liked the remake to the Hitcher more. So for that reason, I will go with the Hitcher.
That's fine.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
I know more about the Hitcher than I do the other one. I've not seen either one, so it's going to be Hitcher.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I at least know that movie's name.
Sure.
Yeah.
Richie?
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen the remakes of these ones, and both remakes aren't great. But I think I remember liking the Hitcher more, so I'll go with the Hitcher.
Yeah. Austin?
Well, you guys should see the originals because they're both really good. Stepfather's really good, and the Hitcher's really good. I'll actually go the Stepfather because I think I forget, it's like Terry something. I forget the guy's name, but his performance as the Stepfather is actually really, really good. So I'll go Stepfather.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the same vote as all the rest of these guys. I've seen both of the remakes. I haven't seen either of the originals, and for me, like I thought that the remake to The Stepfather was pretty bad. I didn't really care for it, but the Hitcher was actually not too bad. The remake, you had Sean Bean playing the Hitcher, not too bad. So I guess we got to judge it on that for this matchup. So I'm gonna go with the Hitcher.
We should switch the posters to the remake posters.
Yeah, right.
Instead of the original. It'd be like
Because no one's seen the
Hitcher,
original.
whatever it was, 2009 versus Stepfather, 2010, whatever it was.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Yeah,
guys, just a heads up. I can probably do the next round, and then I got to bounce.
No worries.
Sure, yeah.
No worries. Appreciate you bouncing
That's
in.
fine. Yeah.
We'll go to go to tiebreakers for us. No worries. So the next round, we got a good one for the next round. It's going to be Zodiac with David Fincher versus The Cell with J-Lo.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
Interesting sweep coming.
Yeah.
And well, Chris, you're up first. So Zodiac versus The Cell.
Zodiac, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I mean, The Cell's a bit underrated, but like it's going to be in Zodiac, which is one of David Fincher's best. So I'm going to go Zodiac.
Austin.
Yeah, I think Zodiac's going to be a heavy favorite in this one. It's one of David Fincher's kind of underrated best movies, just really good procedural stuff. And yeah, The Cell is kind of a hidden gem. It got kind of maligned when it came out, but it's got a lot of great visuals and it is pretty fun. But when you're going up against a really great Fincher movie, you're going to lose. So it's going to be Zodiac here.
Yeah, if we were going strictly on visuals alone, maybe The Cell would hold up, but I got to go Zodiac. If this was tier ranker fight, this would be an S tier for this. So yeah, I got to go Zodiac. So, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a clean sweep. Zodiac, great performance all around. Wonderfully directed. I haven't seen The Cell, so judging on the underratedness of that you guys have said it has, I'm going to put it on my list.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's J-Lo, but it's Vincent D'Onofrio is like the serial killer. Vince Vaughn's in it as like an FBI guy, and she's got to like go into his dreams and like they link up and stuff. It's kind of like Inception, sort of, but kind of an early version of that. And she's seeing all this weird shit in his mind. Like it's really interesting.
Yeah, and I'll just say that you guys should check out the Hotel Nerd podcast. I guess he's on a bit of a hiatus because he's getting ready to move, but he says that as soon as he moves, he's coming back big. So yeah, but you have to look forward to that, and just check out his channel. Even some of the older stuff still absolutely worth watching. So yeah, but I just figured I'd give him a little plug since he had to just jump out quick without a plug. So
no worries.
But the Zodiac.
Zodiac's gonna go. I think Zodiac's going to go pretty far in this tournament. We'll see what happens, but I think it's a heavy favorite.
So. Yeah. But up next, we have Sleepaway Camp going up against Mr. Brooks. All right.
Okay.
So,
and Richie.
All right. This is like one of the things where, Sleepaway Camp's good. I always tout Mr. Brooks as a very underrated movie. I love Mr. Brooks. I think it's a great movie. Like Dane Cook puts in a good performance in this movie. It's surprising.
Yeah.
Look, like I don't. I'm gonna punt for Mr. Brooks and hopefully it gets through.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm down with that. Sleepaway Camp it's a fun little goofy movie that you can kind of have a little fun with a good twist. But Mr. Brooks, I haven't gone back to it a lot, but I've seen it like 2 or 3 times, and it's kind of like Dexter, kind of before Dexter. Like it's Kevin Costner helping out Dane Cook kind of kill without getting caught and satisfy his urges. Like it's really interesting. So yeah, I'll go Mr. Brooks as well, just for some fresh picks in here.
Yeah, and Sleepaway Camp's a lot of fun though. Like it's just a good kind of just like teen kind of camp movie with the serial killer thrown in the mix. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm gonna give my vote to Mr. Brooks just because of Kevin Costner's performance and also Dane Cook on a serious role versus just doing comedies, and then also Demi Moore too. So and William Hurt. So like they're pretty solid cast. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Mr. Brooks. Jacob,
I have seen Sleepaway Camp, and I thought it was okay. I have not seen Mr. Brooks, but if, like you guys say, Dane Cook gave a good performance, I feel like you need to reward that.
Yeah.
His comedy's okay, but his acting choices have been not
the best.
So if he puts in a good performance, then you know what, Mr. Brooks, you can.
Yeah, it's not really a comedic performance. He's very much reined in. He's playing a lot of scenes with Costner, so Costner kind of like reins him in, and it's just kind of them going back and forth. It's not really like a super comedic performance or anything. He's pretty straightforward in the movie.
There's a couple of comedic moments. I don't want to give it away. Where
Yeah.
Where they have to clean up the crime scene.
Yeah, right. But with that, Mr. Brooks, moving on. So next week. You have the Summer of Sam going up against My Friend Dahmer, which is kind of
two movies based on real people.
Real ones.
Some real life killers. So so I think Austin.
I'm up first. I saw Summer of Sam like a long time ago, and My Friend Dahmer was one I wanted to get around to. Is that it's not the Jeremy Renner one, is it, or is that something else?
No. My Friend Dahmer just came out it came out in 2007.
Oh, just a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Got the what's his name? Ross Lynch.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I haven't gotten around to that one yet. So I'll vote for Summer of Sam just because I saw that one once a while back. But I've been meaning to get around to Dahmer.
Yeah, for me, I haven't seen either one of these, so I just kind of going off of which serial killer that I'd rather see a movie based on, kind of. So I mean, it's either the Son of Sam versus Jeffrey Dahmer, and like honestly, the one that just looks a little more interesting to me is probably the Son of Sam. Just seeing Adrian Brody and John Leguizamo in there, like I'm down for that, and it's a Spike Lee movie, so yeah, I'll go with Summer of Sam. So, Jacob.
Yeah, I haven't seen Summer of Sam. Does anyone get killed in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, sorry to spoil My Friend Dahmer, but this is really just about his adolescence. It's not about like his serial killing. It's about how he got to that point. So, I mean, if this is a movie about serial killers, I feel like the movie with actual killing in it should go through.
Yeah. Sure.
So, Summer of Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen My Friend Dahmer. I've seen Summer of Sam ages ago. Probably when I was too young to watch that kind of thing. But my dad owned a video store, so I'd watch everything. So I'll go Summer of Sam.
Yeah, I had the same thing, Richie. I think I rented it when I was just renting everything from the video store when I was like 17 years old, just like going through everything and renting 10 movies at a time. And it was like, I know I watched it at some point, but I have just vague memories of it. I need to go back to it.
Yeah.
My Friend Dahmer.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say My Friend Dahmer is really good. Ross Lynch gives a great performance, and it really is a good movie about his like teen years. So I would recommend it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, with that, Summer of Sam.
But it's just before he's putting heads in refrigerators, I guess, right? So
yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, but next week we have the Bone Collector going up against No Country for Old Men. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Denzel.
Yeah, sorry, Denzel. Yeah.
Although if you ask Chris Scott, our friend, he thinks like No Country for Old Men's like the worst movie of all time.
Yeah, right. I think he hates that.
Yeah, he thinks that movie's terrible.
He hates that movie. Yeah,
but Jordan.
But yeah, I gotta go with No Country for Old Men easy. Like the Bone Collector's not even that great of a movie. Like it's fine, but like Anton Chigurh as a serial killer like character, like just kind of hunting these guys down, it's just like really, really cool. And yeah, like I don't have the love for it everybody does, but I think that it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll go with No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob?
Yeah, I'm gonna go No Country for Old Men. I think Anton Chigurh is one of the greatest movie villains ever. I think I might put him personally in my top 3.
Yeah.
I think he's great, and the performance by Javier Bardem. Is that I saying that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
His last name was escaping me. I think his performance was fantastic. I think the entire movie is fantastic. The Bone Collector is not one that I've gotten around to, but I'm pretty sure if I had, I'd still vote No Country for Old Men. It's
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. 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 Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I revisited The Bone Collector maybe a couple of months ago. Because because I was on Netflix. It's definitely one of Denzel Washington's most average movies. Like, he's good in it, but it's very unremarkable. The No Country for Old Men, like Anton Chigurh is one of the most chilling villains, especially in modern film history. So, and I feel like Zodiac, this movie will go far in this tournament. So yes, No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, the Bone Collector is that one that where Denzel's just like in the bed the whole time, just like telling Angelina Jolie what to do over the radio, and it's just like it would have been a much better movie if he was actually out there physically doing whatever. Yeah, it's like it's an interesting premise, but yeah, No Country for Old Men is just like by leaps and bounds like the much better movie. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, if No Country for Old Men makes it to the Elite 8, I'll make sure we have Chris Scott or other co-hosts vote in the poll just to get his thoughts on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might know the finals from this side already.
Yeah,
right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe though we're not all the way through it yet, but the girl with the dragon tattoo going up against the Happy Time murderers just for some kind of fun off the wall. Yeah. Hey,
it counts. There's a serial killer going around killing puppets, so I mean,
right.
It's a serial killer.
The girl with the dragon tattoo, does that count the original?
It can count the other one too. Yeah, it can count again. These can kind of count the franchise, like in general. Yeah, I mean, it can count. Yeah. You can vote for that one or the original one. Jacob.
I have not seen either of these movies. I'm not sure I want to see the Happy Time Murders, although murdering puppets does sound kind of interesting. I've heard good things about the girl with the dragon tattoo, so I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah.
I watched. I watched Happy Time Murders. The best bits are in the trailer. It's not a good movie. It's just like one joke stretched out to it was a good premise, but they just didn't do a lot with it. So
really stick the landing.
Directed by Brian Henson, I believe, the son of him. He could have.
Oh yeah.
He could have. I just think that they had a great premise there and they just squandered it. But Girl's Dragon Tattoo is one of the better remakes. David Finch is getting a lot of play in this tournament. Rudy Mara is great. And the original is great too with the Nimmer Pace. But this is a movie. Go back to it's pretty long, but you're there for it. It's never boring. Girl's Dragon Tattoo. I love this movie.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I was hoping Happy Time Murders would it had potential to be the next sort of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like with the premise and the puppets like being real people, sort of like real people and things, and it had, but like I just remember watching the movie in the theater, just being like, okay, when are the funny parts gonna happen?
Yeah, right.
It's not, and it's just meandering and like it's not good. But I like both the original series of Dragon Tattoo and the remake wasn't bad either. It's a shame he never got to really. Fincher never really got to finish the series on his end, so but I'll go with that Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah, didn't they have another kind of like a movie that was part of the like book series that they did or something? I don't know if it was like an actual
that wasn't David Fincher. I know what you're thinking of. There was a fourth book with Claire Foy. It was the girl in the spider's web or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, but that one I didn't like. But the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo I actually really liked a lot, both the original and the sequel to it. And yeah, the Happy Time Murderers I was expecting so much out of, and then I was the same way. I went to go see it with the group of friends actually, and like we're all kind of sitting there and like looking at each other like when does the funny parts come? Is this supposed to be actually entertaining or what's going on? We're just kind of like kind of feeling kind of awkward in the theater almost. So, but yeah, so I got to go with the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
All right.
So
Clean sweep for Dragon Tattoo.
yeah,
There's going to be some Fincher matchups at some point on this side of the bracket because we've got a couple of them so far.
yeah, he enjoys some serial killers, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, but coming up next we got the
Got the
Iceman going up against Time After Time. Okay.
Iceman.
So,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Richie.
All right, I've
Yeah,
not
what do you
seen
think?
it. I haven't seen any of the. I haven't seen any of these movies. I mean, I haven't seen the Iceman or Time After Time. Based on the fact, I think maybe I know a bit more about the Iceman. I'm going to go with the Iceman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin?
Yeah, these are two I saw recently because Time After Time I watched for our time travel show, Tier Ranker, and that's the one with Malcolm McDowell, and he's chasing the Jack the Ripper back to 70 San Francisco, and it's fun, and and I just watched the Iceman, and the movie itself it's just kind of average. It's not bad, but like Michael Shannon's awesome in it. Like he's good as he always is, and it's got a good cast. I don't know, this is kind of a tough one because I think they're both fairly entertaining. I might go with Time After Time. I think it's a little more entertaining overall, and it's a lot of fun. So I'll go Time After Time.
Yeah, and for me, I just watched the Iceman on yesterday to kind of prep for the show, and I thought that it was great. And when I saw Time After Time on the list, because me and Austin kind of worked on the rough draft together, and I didn't even know that it even had a serial killer in it. Like, I honestly thought Time After Time was a love story, but it showed you what I know.
No. That's Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve, but Time After Time is the one where Malcolm McDowell's coworker is actually Jack the Ripper, and he kind of time travels to San Francisco. So, yeah, it actually has a serial killer in it. Yeah, and he goes there and he starts murdering hookers in that time.
Well, I've never seen it, so it makes it kind of hard to vote for it. But the Iceman, like Michael Shannon's awesome in it. You're kind of playing this kind of like serial killer / hitman kind of guy that just stone cold. He doesn't really have any remorse for anything. And then seeing Chris Evans in like a weird kind of just like off the wall role with a bunch of makeup on, you almost don't even recognize him in it. And
I didn't recognize him at all in the movie, like until for a little while. I was like, that had to be Chris Evans, right? He's like fourth build. Like he was definitely in that scene. But he had like a crazy beard and like the slick back greasy like mafia hair, and like and then later on he's got like the hippie hair with like the hippie beard, and like you don't even recognize him. Yeah,
and then seeing Ray Liotta in there, like one of the like mafia guy kind of, and then I'm also Winona Ryder as Michael Shannon's wife too. Like she does a great job. So like it's a great cast. The movie's kind of just like not as good as it could have been, despite the awesome cast that it has, but even so, I've never seen Time After Time. I'm going to vote Iceman. So, Jacob, what do you think?
I have to sneeze and it won't come out.
This seems to happen once a show for Jacob.
Yeah.
I have not seen either of these movies. Surprise, surprise. But
surprise.
The cast for the Iceman really intrigues me, but the premise for Time After Time intrigues me even more. So I'm going to go Time After Time.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Well, and with that, with 4 people, we have our first tie. So, Jacob, you want to stick with it and put Time After Time through?
Let's do it. Let's put Time After Time through.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, all right. And just to expand on the premise, I think it's on HBO Max. Is where I watched it. It's Malcolm McDowell plays H.G. Wells, like the time machine guy, and he invents the time machine, and then his coworker, who he doesn't know is Jack the Ripper, steals the time machine and goes to like 70 San Francisco and starts killing hookers there, and he has to travel there, and like it's like a fish out of water story for a little while, and then he's got to kind of track him down and stop him. So it's a fun little movie.
Check it out. Yeah.
It's on HBO Max, it says, so I'm probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it's good. It's fun.
Nice. Well, next we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because you do have like people getting murdered left and right on that, and then also
great movie,
the Frozen Ground. So
with John Cusack and Nick Cage.
All
right,
Nick Cage. So
I'm up first. I'm up first. I started to watch Frozen Ground, and like it's not great. Like it's both those guys kind of phoning it in, like tracking a serial. It's very like those guys just reading their lines. But I like most of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, and yeah, especially the original. So I'll definitely vote for that.
Well, if we're going off of just a single movie, like there's no way I'd vote for
Mhm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I don't like the first one.
But you can vote for number two. You like number two.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So we're going on the series as a whole, and I really like number two, and then even the fourth one too with McConaughey and Renee Zellweger has its moments. So I mean, it's like one of those movies that's so bad that it's kind of fun to watch. So yeah, I'm gonna vote Texas Chainsaw. And also, I watched the trailer for Frozen Ground after watching. I'm like, well, I only have so much time and to watch these movies for the show. So this is not gonna be one of them. I'm sorry. So yeah, but Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw is a classic. It's got my vote all the way.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I've seen Frozen Ground. Quite boring, especially the premise. It's just it's a slog to get through. Like Austin said, I don't think Nick Cage and John Cusack would act like they don't want to be. It's just a movie they're going to get through.
There's a better Nick Cage, John Cusack movie on this list. I'll vote for later.
Yeah, right.
I think might know what you're talking about. Like and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, can't go past that. So I will go Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. So Texas Chainsaw is moving on. Then up next we got The Silence of the Lambs. Going against Halloween.
Oh no!
Tough matchup.
Oh shit!
Yep. That's what happens when you have a randomizer. You get
How about this randomizer?
Yeah, right. Randomizer.
Yeah.
But so I'm up first. Oh god.
Yeah.
Man. Well, just because we're voting on the series as a whole, the only Hannibal Lecter movie that I've seen is The Silence of the Lambs. I've never seen like any the other ones, or like the one that's supposed to be a prequel, like some of those that I've never seen them. So and like Halloween's one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. I freaking love Halloween. So yeah, I gotta go Halloween here. Jacob?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Halloween here also. Silence of the Lambs is great. But man, I get so much enjoyment out of the Halloween series, even the movies that are considered not good. Yeah. I get some enjoyment out of, and I just rewatched Halloween 2018. Gonna watch the new one later, and it's a great series. Just to have a lot of fun with. Not a great series like as in terms of movie quality, but just to have fun, and 'tis the season, so Halloween.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, just because if we're running serial killer movies and you see Michael Myers, kill more people, and there's more of a more of a franchise there. I'm gonna go Halloween.
Yeah. Austin?
As much as I like doing the Buffalo Bill impression, you bought a size 14. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Like, as much as I love doing that, Michael Myers is my jam, and Halloween Kills is fucking insane. I saw it in the theater last night. It's bonkers. Like, it's batshit crazy, and it's awesome. So, like, I dug it.
What you want from a movie like that.
Dude. I was so happy I got to see it in a theater, and then I can come home and watch it on Peacock, like, right afterwards. It's awesome. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah. I tried to go see it this weekend at some point. So yeah,
go see it in the theater. At least support it in the theater before you go watch it on Peacock.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I would say, like, I didn't want to just watch it on Peacock. I want to go see it in the theater. It's worth it.
I never thought I'd see Silence of the Lambs get swept.
Oh yeah, get booted.
Yeah, right. Swept
in
the first round. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it was up against Frozen Ground.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Frozen
or Happy Time Murders.
Yeah, right.
I mean, definitely.
Let's have a talk with the randomizer.
Yeah. But we have From Hell going up against Hot Fuzz.
Oh man,
Hot Fuzz. Oh, okay.
Matchup. All right. So Who's up first? Is it?
It's Jacob this time. Yeah, back to Jacob.
You go.
I have not seen From Hell, I don't think. Which is very surprising because Johnny Depp is one of my favorite actors.
Actor, right? Yeah,
he's in the top two. It fluctuates between him and Hugh Jackman.
Another Jack the Ripper one, right? Is that what it is? Jack the
Ripper.
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper's like running around in the background in the movie, kind of.
Yeah.
But Hot Fuzz is fantastic. It is so great. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are like they're just one of the better acting duos, I think. I'm gonna go with Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Richie?
Yeah, From Hell's good, but it's like it's not one of those Johnny Depp movies you instantly remember. It's fine. Hot Fuzz is in my top 100. I actually think it's the best of the Cornetto trilogy. I'm gonna go Hot Fuzz.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, same here. It's in my 64, my top 64. It was on that episode, and it's just one of I think it's the best of the Cornetto trilogy. I mean, I love how that Cornetto trilogy is so good that kind of everybody has their own favorite of them, and they're all good. Like none of them are bad.
Yeah.
It's just like whatever you prefer. I just watch Hot Fuzz way more than the other one. So yeah, definitely Hot Fuzz, 100%.
Mine's Shaun.
And no disrespect to Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead's awesome. Like I watch it too. I just watch Hot Fuzz more, like just on the background and stuff.
Yeah, and Simon Pegg and Nick Frost kind of remind me of one of the shows I want to add to our schedule. I'm wanting to do a best movie duos, so they would definitely be an awesome movie duo to put in a tournament of a bunch of different movie duos. But yeah, like Hot Fuzz, it's just like one of my favorite movies. Period. And From Hell's good though. Like if I were to rank it on a scale from 1 to 10, then it'd be about a 6 for me. So it's above average. So so definitely worth watching, but like not against Hot Fuzz. Like Hot Fuzz is just awesome. So yep, I'm gonna go Hot Fuzz.
All right, well, sweet for Hot Fuzz.
Moving
Some
on.
Good movies on this side. Yeah.
Well, next we have Kiss the Girls going against Misery.
Misery. Ooh. All right. Richie.
Yeah, I watched Kiss the Girls recently. It's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie. I think it's pretty underrated. Even the sequel that came out a bit later, that Along Came a Spider, it's fine. But again, Misery, like that. Yeah, like we talked about it. On I think Rankin. This is this is a great movie. Kathy Bates' breakout performance. Like maybe against other movies because the girls would go through, but not against Misery. So Misery.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, it's funny. I always forget when you go watch Misery that there's that whole side plot about her being that nurse, like serial killer who killed all the people like in the hospital and stuff. Like you forget about that, but she's like got this past and like Misery's so deep, so good. And yeah, I like Along Came the Spider more than Kiss the Girls, so I'll go with Misery.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Kiss the Girls. Like the only thing I really know is that's. It's supposed to be the first Alex Cross movie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he plays Alex Cross in both those.
Yeah, and I read a couple of the Alex Cross books by James Patterson. They're really solid, but I've never seen this movie. But I have seen Misery, and Misery is freaking awesome. And yeah, like on the same way, they kind of forget about the whole plot line about the serial killer, like the nurse, like you said, Austin. So yeah, I gotta go with Misery. So, Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, these are both movies that I've seen once, and I couldn't tell you anything about Kiss the Girls. But I could tell you a lot about Misery because
you don't forget Misery.
A lot more.
Yeah.
No,
you don't forget her.
No, when she's swinging that. It's Misery. It's Misery, hands down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Misery hands down for the win.
This could be a tough second round, man. There's a lot of good movies in the second round coming up. When we jump back over to, I think that's it for the first. Good job, guys. All right, and over to the other side. Seeing what we got.
An hour in yet.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Right, we're doing pretty good. Yeah. making decent time. So it's like,
Mhm.
come on. Are they going to cooperate? They're going to get stuck. Sometimes these get stuck and I have to like
Yeah, you gotta wait for it to
finagle just to
buffer.
get. Yeah. Okay. So up next. Whoa. Okay. Now it's doing
Oh,
really
hello.
weird. Hello. Don't do that. But anyways, you can see it. We have monster and going up against natural born killers. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting. Okay.
Dude.
I'm up first. Yeah.
Austin.
Man, Monster's good. Like Charlize Theron she deserved her Oscar for that. Like she's really good. But fuck, man, Natural Born Killers is so much fun with Woody Harrelson. Robert Downey Jr. is like the reporter following him around as Jordan bounces around the thing trying to fix this.
I have no idea why it's displaying so weird. Like in the middle of the screen, I can't get it to like be the full screen. But anyway,
Man, that's all right. As long as we can see it, maybe we'll play around with it. There we go.
Oh,
Oh.
I just realized, that's gonna be hard. Anyway,
that's gonna be
Yep.
tough. Oh my goodness.
But
Yeah,
I'm gonna vote
We'll see
for
what else is
Natural Born Killers. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, go
Well,
ahead, Jordan.
well, so I was kind of debating on which movies I wanted to watch that I haven't seen it to study up this week for the episode, and Natural Born Killers was one that I considered, but I never got around to actually watching it. And I believe that I've seen Monster, but it's been a long time. Like I think that I saw it in theaters when it came out, but then we haven't gone back to it since. But just because I know a little bit about Monster and nothing about Natural Born Killers, I got to go Monster. So, Jacob?
Yeah, again, two movies that I have not seen. Heard good things about both of them. Heard really good things about Charlize Theron's performance alone in Monster. You know, I like Woody Harrelson as an actor. I like Charlize Theron as an actress. Shoot. Woody Harrelson just looks so much cooler on the poster, though. I'm gonna go with Natural Born Killers.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
That's how I wanted to display. But yeah. Richie?
Like I love Monster. Charlize Theron's performance is just phenomenal. One of the better performances I've ever seen. She just becomes Eileen. It's kind of crazy how accurate she is. If you've seen documentaries of Eileen Waldridge, Natural Killers I've seen once. I liked it, but I'm gonna go for Monster here.
Yeah.
All right. With our crew of four, we've got another tie. So this one's going to go to Richie because Jacob did his tiebreaker last time. And we go to Richie. So you're going to keep Monster?
Yeah, I'm going to keep Monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Sounds
Monster's
good.
going to go through.
Right.
Monster's a good movie. I got no qualms about that
It
one.
is.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, didn't she win an Oscar for that performance?
Yeah, she won an Oscar for that. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah. But coming up next, we have Psycho. Going up against Scream. Ooh.
Oh, damn.
That one's tough. Fuck.
Yeah, that one's really tough.
All right.
And Jordan, you got to go first. You going to stick with your favorite horror movie, or are you going to go with Psycho?
I don't know, man. Because like Psycho's like really, really good though. And Scream holds up for like a few of the sequels, but I mean definitely number 3 is kind of where it kind of dips down. But probably got to stick with Scream, I think. But if I would have seen Psycho 2 or like known some more about the franchise, maybe I have a little more to say about it. But I've only seen the original, so I'm gonna go Scream. Jacob?
Oh, man, this is tough. I have only seen the first and original Psycho, which I think I'm okay with. And I've seen Scream 1 and 2. I think I'm one of the few that liked Scream 2 more than the first Scream. Which they're very close in my personal ranking of favorite movies. So I didn't like it like that much better. But man, I'm gonna go Psycho. Psycho is just so good.
Yeah. Well,
Richie,
what do you think?
I mean, I've talked about it here before. Scream's one of my favorite movies, but we're talking about like serial killers in movies, and I think Norman Bates is just a bit more iconic than the character of Ghostface.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Psycho, but I love Scream.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I feel bad about booting Scream in the first round, but like Norman Bates is Norman Bates, and we talked about him on our Killers tournament fights, and like Psycho's great. Like Psycho will forever be Psycho. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But did you guys see the trailer for the new Scream movie though? Like it looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
Like,
I like the
Yeah.
concept.
But again,
I like
I refer to my rant I did on Rankum. Stop calling these sequels the same as the
Yeah,
fucking
right.
original.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this shit.
Scream. Yeah.
Please
right.
stop.
I like the concept that the victims are relatives of former, previous killers. That's kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it gets people who haven't been new to Scream to actually watch those movies as well. So it's a neat idea. I also think
I'm fine with that. Just call it Scream Legacy or some shit. Like call it
Yeah.
something. Just stop with this. Whatever.
Scream
Go see
5,
go see the
Go see
the Rankum 90s episode if you want to see my rant about that. I'm sick of this
Yeah.
shit. Like stop calling it the same thing.
And Dewey's totally gonna eat it anyway.
Oh yeah, he's gonna die in
he's
this
gone.
one. I have a feeling. Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Finally
Yeah,
gonna
he's a goner. And it's like that documentary. You can't kill David Arquette. Well, you can kill Dewey, and he's gonna die.
Well, either him or possibly Courtney Cox. You never know.
They might both eat it in that movie. Who knows?
Yeah,
like if it's a fifth movie, you can do whatever. There are no rules.
Right. Yeah. But anyways, coming up next we have Murder by Numbers going up against Red Dragon. Okay.
Red Dragon.
Yeah.
And we included Red Dragon because like it's Hannibal, but it's also it's a different other serial killers. It's Dollarhide, Ray Fiennes. So kind of like Buffalo Bill in the original. So you got two different ones. And this one is Jacob.
I have not seen either of these movies. Surprise. But justice for Silence of the Lambs, I guess.
Right.
Red Dragon. Red Dragon will get my vote.
Richie.
I'll give love to Murder by Numbers. This is Sandra Bullock and a very early Ryan Gosling, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's been a while since I saw that.
I remember liking it. Red Dragon's fun, but I don't know. I want to give love to sort of underrated movies, and I think Red Dragon's beloved. So I don't know. I'm gonna go Murder by Numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I'm gonna give love to an underrated movie too, but I think Red Dragon's underrated. I've gone back to it a lot. Ed Norton's great in that movie, and Ray Fiennes' Dollarhide is really good, and Philip Seymour Hoffman's in there. Like, there's a lot of things I like about Red Dragon. I've gone back to it a lot. So I'll go Red Dragon. I think it's underrated.
Yeah, and I've never seen either of these movies either, so it's hard to really pick one. But the one that kind of intrigues me a little more is Red Dragon, just for the cast. Yeah, like Anthony Hopkins, Ralph Fiennes, Edward Norton, Philip Seymour Hoffman, all the ones that you guys mentioned. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm definitely down for a movie with all of them in it, and also a movie with Anthony Hopkins coming back to play Hannibal Lecter. So sure, yeah. I'll vote for Red Dragon.
Well, and it's funny if you go to watch Red Dragon, how like Clarice, goes to see Hannibal, and they kind of have these back and forths of like, I really like you to do this. She kind of starts to do the same thing, or he kind of just starts to do the same thing with Ed Norton. But the difference is Ed Norton just goes, "Goodbye, Dr. Lecter." It's just like not putting up with the shit in that movie, and it's just like you're either gonna do this or you're not gonna do it. Like F you, like I don't care. But like it's kind of fun. Like it's a different dynamic, so it's interesting. Yeah. So
nice.
All right.
Well, with that, Red Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's on HBO Max. You can watch it.
Yeah, but next we have Sweeney Todd going up.
Hey, Jacob, Sweeney Todd.
This is pretty
hard
hard
for you.
Yeah, I guessed. Ooh,
I was wondering if this movie would be on the list.
Yeah. It's Jacob's favorite. Well, it was his favorite movie.
Yes.
It was, yeah.
Gone down a couple spots, but
yeah. Is it going to get knocked out again in the first round? We'll see.
Yeah, right.
But, we'll start with that might depend on Richie. Richie, you're up first.
Yeah.
This is hard. I love Sweeney Todd. I think it's good, but the guest is very underrated. I think it has the kid from the Snowdown, right? I think he's in the
Mhm.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Dan Stevens is really
Right.
chilling in this movie. Look, I'm gonna let much love to Sweeney Todd. I'm gonna go to the guest.
Yeah. Austin?
You know what? I was gonna go the guest, but I feel bad for Jacob for last time, so I'm gonna vote Sweeney Todd, even though I don't like musicals. So I'll vote Sweeney Todd. I'll at least get him to the second round, or try to.
Yes. Well, you got the tiebreaker vote too.
I know. So it may depend on what Jordan does, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I watched The Guest, and like, well, The Guest was like a totally different movie than I thought it was going to be going in. So but I did like it, but like it just kind of like one of those movies, like you have an expectation and it ends up being something kind of totally different, but not in a bad way. But Sweeney Todd is exactly what you think it's going to be, and it's awesome. Like I really like the whole vibe. I mean, anything that has Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter together in a movie, they're always great. You know, they always pair really well together. So I'm gonna go Sweeney Todd. Yeah, Jacob.
Yeah, I think it's obvious where my vote's going, but
Yeah.
I will agree with Richie that The Guest is underrated. I think it's fantastic. I watched it for the first time earlier this year, and yeah, no, Dan Stevens is incredible. Brendan Meyer gives a great performance, and just kind of the whole premise of it is just really intriguing. But Sweeney Todd, it was my favorite movie for a long time. It's dropped to number 3, which isn't saying anything bad about the movie. There's just a couple movies that I've watched more recently and just absolutely loved. But I love everything about Sweeney Todd. The performances from Johnny Depp, Sacha Baron Cohen gives a really good performance in this movie. Alan Rickman gives a great performance as always.
Yeah.
Music is great. It's dark and gritty like Tim Burton likes to do, and just great story, really intriguing. Sweeney Todd all the way.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, your Sweeney Todd will make it through at least to the second round this time, Jacob. So there you go.
Right.
It might have a good chance. Like if it's going up against Red Dragon, like in the next round,
Yeah.
like you never know. It might win. We'll see.
Never
We'll
know.
see.
Yeah. but coming up next week, we have the Midnight Meat
Meat Train. Yeah.
Going up against the Strangers. All right.
The Strangers. Okay.
Ooh.
I think same year. I think they might both be 2008. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
All
yeah.
right. I'm up first.
Who's up
Wow,
first?
this is a little bit of a tough one because like Bradley Cooper and Vinnie Jones are both good in Midnight Meat Train. I remember liking it, but man, like The Strangers just gets to you, man. Like it's just a really creepy, like atmospheric, great movie. So I think just by a little bit, I'll have to go The Strangers.
Yeah. And for me, I've never seen the Midnight Meat Train just because like the name alone like just makes me think it's like some kind of gore fest, but like I haven't seen it, so like I don't really know, but it kind of gives that type of vibe to it, so I never watched it. But yeah, The Strangers though, one of my favorite horror movies. Like it's in probably like my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. It just has like such a creepy vibe. Like the guys just coming to mess with them just simply because they were home, so they want someone to mess with. So yeah, and I remember that I watched this with my ex-wife, and like that made for a really bad night. She was up half the night, like freaking out about the movie. She was like really scared by it, and so yeah, I think that I gotta go with The Strangers. Jacob?
Yeah, I haven't seen the Midnight Meat Train, although the title is very intriguing. The Strangers, though, it was, oh my goodness, it was creepy, it was haunting. It was like it's one of those horror movies that sits with you because like that could actually happen. Like it's just such a simple premise, and they execute it perfectly, I think. And just some of the shots of the in the house, and you just see them behind.
Yeah,
the strangers behind. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But
Liv Tyler.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Liv Tyler.
It leaves you with this uneasy feeling, and man, the sequel wasn't as great,
No.
The first one is fantastic, and so
The sequel
I would
has
go-
one of the most maddening moments in a horror movie when a character doesn't do something you think they should do, and it's just fucking maddening. Like, I won't spoil it too much, but if you've seen the movie, you know, well, with a gun, that something she should have done that she just doesn't do, and you want to
Dang.
tear your hair out. Yeah. All right. Anyways, Richie.
But come on.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Before I go, just a heads up, I have to shoot off after the next round. Sorry, guys.
Sure.
Oh, no.
But
You're good.
yeah, so good. Look, I'm like The Strangers is really good. It's one of the few like actual scary horror movies, and it's like very psychological. But I don't just because I don't want the clean sweep. And Midnight Meat Train is fucking bonkers. It is.
Mhm.
It is like like you talk about Gorefest. Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that term does justice what this is. I would recommend watching it. It's not it's a crazy movie. I'm gonna go Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's an interesting movie. I just only seen it like once, I think. I think it was one of those things I rented from the video store. But yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You're strangers.
For the Strangers. Moving on.
Mhm.
All right. So up next, we have When a Stranger Calls going up against God Bless America. Okay.
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 Yeah.
All right. Jordan.
So, yeah. So actually, I have seen both of these. In the original, When a Stranger Calls is actually really good. Like I mentioned on a previous episode that is one of the first movies that my dad ever saw. So he recommended I watch it because like he was really really scared by it. But the remake, don't watch the remake. The remake's not really worth it. Just watch the original one. But actually, I just barely watched God Bless America before we went live. That was the last movie that I got to see, and like I really like it. God Bless America. Like it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool premise. I don't know, like definitely they're like serial killers. They're like on this killing spree, but it's not really like what I think of like when I think of a traditional serial killer. Like it's just these guys that are just having really bad lives, and so they want to go kill everything, like wipe out everybody that they can't stand in life. So I mean, I guess yeah, that's a serial killer still, but I think I got to go with When a Stranger Calls. Like it just kind of like feels more like the traditional serial killer when I think about it. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob.
Again, haven't seen either of these movies.
That's all right.
Based off the posters, I'm gonna do that this time. I'm gonna go with When a Stranger Calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've probably heard the premise, though, or at least one of the lines. The When a Stranger Calls thing is like the one where the guy is calling that babysitter is just like, "Have you checked on the children lately?" And then the cops are like, "Ma'am, the phone call's coming from inside the house." You know,
Yeah.
we traced the call,
Yeah.
and like it's that famous thing, the trope. So yeah, Richie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the remake of When a Stranger Calls. It's not great. Camille Bell, I think, is the main character.
Yeah.
It's very very generic. It's like
She's kind
anyway.
of a bad actress, in my opinion.
That's a movie. I've seen God Bless America again. Very nuts. Bobcat Goldthwait edited, and it's bonkers. Yeah, just two people just fed up, just killing what they view as like the dregs of society. You know, I think that they're like mainly targeting like a American Idol type show.
Yeah.
And killing.
Right.
And I was entertained by it, so I'm gonna go God Bless America.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I think it's because I saw When a Stranger Calls more recently for our 70s show that I was kind of higher on that. So I'll just because it's more recency bias for When a Stranger Calls, but I'll vote for that.
Yeah, sounds good. When a Stranger Calls, moving on, and then if you gotta jump off, Richie, do you have anything you want to promote or let us know where we can find you?
I just I'm all around all trivia stuff. Here I'm in wrestling trivia. Just go to other than that, I'll be on Malcolm's favorite movies list. That's gonna be bonkers.
That's coming up this Tuesday. Yeah.
So yeah, and I think I'm on another couple of things coming up here in the next couple of months. So just keep an eye out for that. And yeah, sorry I couldn't stay for the whole time, but thanks for having me.
No, it's always.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Yeah, have a good night.
Cheers, man.
See you.
And the three of us will limp along to the finale here to get to get to a winner.
Yeah.
So we can be done before 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can definitely be done early. I mean, this will be a quick one. That's okay. Hey, we still have 3, so there won't be any ties. Like, we'll just vote and see what happens.
Yeah, I should have said good day to him, like good day, mate, or whatever, because like he's in Australia, not only because that's their saying, but also because it's probably daytime over there. And
it's literally daytime right now.
Yeah, yeah, right. But up next we have
Manhunter, the original Hannibal Lecter movie. So I Married an Axe Murderer.
So I Married an Axe Murderer. All right. So
and Jacob, you're up.
The first, all right, Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh, surprise! I haven't seen one of these movies. I have not seen it here. And so just for that reason, and because I've seen So I Married an Axe Murderer, I'm gonna vote for it. And I think it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I like So I Married an Axe Murderer. I don't love it. Like, I think there's a lot of Mike Myers just kind of individual premises kind of thrown in there. Like a lot of his characters he was trying to work out, like the dad and all that stuff, like the Scottish dad and all that shit. Like
all that.
Yeah, I mean, Manhunter is interesting because it's Michael Mann doing Hannibal Lecter before, Silence of the Lambs. So like it's interesting, but it's not as good as Silence of the Lambs. So I'll vote for Mike Myers in here, just a little off the beaten path. Why not?
Yeah, and I've never seen Manhunter, so there's definitely one that I want to see. If you say that's the original Hannibal Lecter movie, that definitely intrigues me to go see it. But So I Married an Axe Murderer. That was the first movie that me and my ex-wife saw on our very first date back in high school. We actually dated in high school. We lost touch for years and years and years. Then we got back together, and why I bring that up is because we're still great friends. So even though we're not together, like we still talk all the time and stuff. So yeah, that's a positive memory for me. And also I rewatched it just because I hadn't seen it in so long. It's a lot of fun if you like Mike Myers, because he pretty much carries it, and also has the mom from The Last Man Standing, yeah, it's really good. And I like seeing a lot of the characters, like the Scottish dad, and then seeing the little the little meat shop. Kind of reminds me of the one from Saturday Night Live that he runs when he's the Scottish guy. Like, if it isn't Scottish, it's crap.
If it's Scottish, it's crap. Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta go with So I Married an Axe Murderer. Yeah.
Yeah, but Manhunter is interesting because it's Michael Mann who did Heat. Like, it's one of his first movies, and Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter, so it's kind of interesting.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, early stuff, and that William Peterson, the guy from all the CSI shows, is Will Graham, basically the Ed Norton role from Red Dragon. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Cool.
I just realized it's a long shot, but we could have Mike Myers versus Mike Myers in the finals.
Oh, we could if you put it there all the way.
Yeah, right. We just do it just for fun because we want to see it, right? All right. But next we have Perfume, the story of a murderer, going up against The House That Jack Built. All right.
Okay. I'm up.
So you're up.
And yeah, these were 2 of the 4 I think I hadn't seen on the list because Perfume was I know of it because it's Ben Whishaw, the guy who plays Q right now in the James Bond movies, as like a killer from history. It's like a real story. And then I just didn't get around to The House That Jack Built. I'll go with Perfume because it sounded interesting. I just didn't get around to see it because it's like a 2.5-hour movie. So I'll vote for that.
Yeah. So for me, this is kind of where I gotta go just based on the posters alone because
sure.
Not only have I not seen it, I don't even know anything about these 2 movies, so it's just hard to really know. But yeah, probably the one that intrigues me more is probably The House That Jack Built, just based on the poster. The Perfume one, that kind of make it seem like maybe it's not really about a murder. Maybe it's more something that women would want to watch with all the rose petals and all that. So I'm gonna
kind of, but he's also murdering a bunch of women in that movie. Like, it's a real story of a real serial killer, but it's also got Dustin Hoffman and Alan Rickman in it. Like, it's pretty good. It looks interesting.
Wow. You sold me at Alan Rickman.
I didn't know that, but
yeah, he's in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that almost makes me want to change the vote, but I'll stick with the house. The
Okay.
Jack Bill.
You don't have to change your vote because Perfume is going through.
Yeah.
Sold me with Alan.
All right.
Sold me with Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it,
Sounds
man.
good.
I know Alan Rickman's rocks, but it's not going to make it very far because we haven't seen it. But that's fine.
Yeah. Right. It's one of the lists that nobody has seen, right?
Yeah. I tried to get around to it, but yeah, it's just too long.
Yeah.
All right.
Next we have Identity going up against the Snowman.
The Snowman.
All right.
That shitty movie with Michael Fassbender. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So let me first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so these are both movies that I have seen, but I don't like either one of them. So it's just kind of interesting, like which one can I stand a little more? And it's definitely Identity. Like the Snowman's bad. The Snowman's really bad. Identity is actually like has its moments where it's actually entertaining and like you're like kind of like having fun with the mystery of it all and all that. So, but I'm still not a huge fan of it. But I'll vote Identity. So, Jacob.
Yep, haven't seen either of these, but I believe Identity was on somebody's top 64. I believe it might have been on Stevens.
I think it was Stevens. Yeah.
Top 64. And so for him, if he's watching, Steven,
sure.
I'm going to give my vote to Identity.
I think he was going to be on the show, and he had to drop out like last minute. So, yeah.
Yes, we know he would have voted for it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably at work right now.
Yeah. No, I'll vote for Identity too because the Snowman feels like a weird, unfinished movie when you watch it. Like there's something like there's stuff missing out of it.
Yeah,
it's just like it just jumps all over the place. It's really bad. And I actually like Identity. I think it's got a good cast and it's kind of intriguing if you don't know kind of what the premise is. So yeah, I'll go Identity.
Yeah. Identity's moving on. And up next we have if the Texas Killing Fields going up against Freaky.
Freaky. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Jacob? Seen either one of these?
Yeah.
I have not. I have Freaky though, and I was going to get around to watching it, but I just didn't. Texas Killing Fields. I've never even heard of that movie.
It's got Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's got Negan in it. Yeah, he's like the main guy.
Okay, he's decent. He's a good actor.
And Chloe Grace Moretz too. Like she's one of the main girl on it.
Okay. But the premise for Freaky just intrigues me more, and I like Vince Vaughn in those roles. It looks like he's more serious at the beginning, and then he kind of plays a different, like, what is it? High school teenage girl? Are they in college? I can't remember. But
they switch bodies. Yeah.
It's just the premise alone, and it just seems like it's my type of movie. I'm gonna go with Freaky.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Freaky's fun. I was rewatching it a little bit before we did the show, and it reminds you of how big Vince Vaughn is because they kind of use his size in the movie because he's like just manhandling people in that movie, and like there's stuff in the beginning where he's like, there's a nice tribute to the Friday the 13th where there's like a glass door and he just like plows right through it. Like it's kind of like one of the Friday the 13th sequels. Jason does that, just kind of plows right through the door, and they use his size because he's like 6'4" or 5 in real life, so they use him good as a killer, and it's a good premise and it's a lot of fun. It's got some nice tributes to a lot of slasher movies, so yeah, Freaky for sure.
Yeah. And I haven't seen the Texas Killing Field, so I can't really say much other than just look at the cast list here. But I posted the. So usually on my social media, I'll like post all the movies that I'm watching just to kind of see what people think. And somebody had posted that they thought Freaky was like one of the 5 worst movies of the year when it came out, and I'm just like, no way. No
way. That movie's fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like it had some really inventive kills too. It was one of the things that I really liked about it. And, like it had some like solid special effects, some really good music to go with it, and yeah, like it was a lot of fun. Like I'll definitely say that it's not my favorite role of Catherine Newton, but like even so, like it's still a lot of fun. Like I would rewatch it again. So yeah, I'll go with Freaky. So,
yeah, clean sweep for Freaky.
Moving on. Yeah.
This is the same guy who did the the Happy Death Day movies. That's why it's kind of fun. Like it's got that fun premise to it. You know, it kind of moves. Christopher Landon or something, whatever his name is. Yeah, he did the Happy Death Day movie, so he
loved
he knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah. Same here. I loved it. Yeah, and Freaky, it kind of fits. It's like a Freaky Friday kind of vibe where they switch bodies, so they got Freaky in there, you know. Yeah, but moving on, we got Frailty going up against Extremely Wicked.
Speaking of,
yeah. So, I think you're up first. Austin?
Yeah, like I said, I just watched Extremely Wicked today. I mean, I liked it okay. Zac Efron was good, but Frailty was in my top 64. Like, I love that movie to pieces, and I recommend it to tons of people. And yeah, it's a great Bill Paxton movie. Rest in peace. So definitely Frailty by a pretty long shot here. Much better movie.
Yeah. And for me, so I watched Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and by this morning, I just had it on in the background when I was getting ready for the day, and that movie was actually really, really good. Like for me, like I don't know if this would be a hot take, but I almost think that it's like an Oscar-worthy movie. Like it was really, really good. Like I really liked it, and Frailty is great. Like I had a lot of fun watching it a few weeks ago. Well, actually, probably a few months ago for one of our other horror episodes that we did. That was a lot of fun too. So this one's kind of tough, but I think Extremely Wicked is going to take it for me. Like that movie was just really, really good, and like it didn't do what I was hoping that it wouldn't do, which is make you sympathize with Ted Bundy, because he was such a charismatic person even in real life, but even so, that movie doesn't really do that. So I appreciate that. So yeah, I'll go with that. Jacob?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Extremely Wicked. I think Zac Efron is really good in it. But for me, Frailty is just one of those movies that I forget how good it is until I see like the poster or it's brought up. I'm like, no, you're right. Yeah, that movie is really good. I'm gonna go with Frailty here.
Yeah. Well, you voted Extremely Wicked, Austin, right? I'm trying to remember.
No, I voted for Frailty. Frailty's my top 64.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, Frailty, totally. Yeah. Extremely Wicked was okay.
Well,
I liked it enough. Yeah. But Frailty's way better.
Yeah. Well, up next we got Disturbia going up against Death Proof.
Death Proof.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan.
All right. So we've never seen Death Proof before. But I really want to, though, because it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, right? Or is it like a Robert Rodriguez? Or like?
No, that's the Tarantino one of the Grindhouse double feature. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice. So, yeah, I really want to see it, and also too. So, a girl that I was engaged to a long time ago, like she was obsessed with the movie Disturbia. Her and one of her friends wanted to watch it, freaking like once a month, and like they want to watch it all the time. It's a good movie, but when you see it that many times, like, it kind of ruins it. So like, just because of that, I think I'm going to vote Death Proof. So
okay.
Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I saw Death Proof like not long after it came out, with my dad, and for whatever reason I just wasn't into it. I'm sure maybe if I revisit it, my opinion could change because it's been a while. But Disturbia is one that I have fun with. I think Shia LaBeouf is pretty good in it, and it's one that I can just throw on and it can be background noise.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go Disturbia.
Yeah.
I think Death Proof is probably my least favorite Tarantino movie overall. It does have its moments. Like Kurt Russell is great in it. Like all of his stuff is good, and the final 20 minutes like car chase stuff is awesome. Like it's practical effects, it's really good. But there's like an hour in the beginning of that movie of just girls talking about girl shit for like an hour, and it's very boring. So if you can skip through that, like it's not bad. But Disturbia is the more entertaining movie overall. And I know you probably got sick of it, Jordan, but it's a better movie probably overall. Like Death Proof is we're seeing once just because of the car stuff in it is really good. But it's not one you're gonna go back to a lot. But I'll vote for Disturbia. Just by a little bit.
Yeah, like I really like Disturbia, but when
you just got overplayed.
like once a month, Like, it's a little too
Yeah.
much for me. Yeah. Right. You only want to watch that movie maybe once a year or something.
Mhm.
But yeah. Moving on, we have Dial M for Murder going up against Copycat.
Copycat. Okay.
Right.
Jacob?
Jacob first? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say it this time.
You haven't seen these, I know.
Yeah. But I see Alfred Hitchcock's name and it makes me want to vote for it, so I'll go Dial M for Murder.
Yeah.
Austin?
Yeah, Dial M for Murder is not one of my favorite Hitchcock movies. It's all right, but Copycat's actually a lot of fun. It's one of those Jacob. It's one of those like '90s trash thrillers. Like we had a lot of those in the '90s of just like these like '90s sort of just trash movies that kind of were a lot of them. And it's got Sigourney Weaver and Demi Moore. Like it's a fun little movie. It just nothing, not high art, but just one of those movies you can put on and have a little bit of fun with for an hour and a half. So I'll go Copycat because I think it's a little more entertaining. Good premise.
Yeah. I like the comment in the chat here, like we were getting all this spam tonight in the chat. Keep having to like block all these messages, but it's like the sign that we actually made it, maybe because we're actually getting spam now. People recognize us enough to try and give us spam, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a sign that you're moving up in life when you get links to webcams. Yeah, we should watch one of those.
Look, Ma, I made it.
Seriously, right?
Yeah.
Maybe do
If
like
we're getting spam bots.
maybe do like a movie hero after dark, and we'll see what the links are. Right? But
and then your computer will be running significantly slower the next show afterwards.
Right.
All kinds of spamware.
But I've never seen either one of these either, so probably like just because it's Alfred Hitchcock too, like I'm gonna vote Dial M for Murder.
Sure.
Like Copycat sounds like fun, but like probably if I had a choice, I'd always go for an Alfred Hitchcock movie. So Dial M for Murder. Yeah. And then I think we have one or two more left.
Oh, please. Thank you, God. Thank you. Finally.
We got Conair because it does technically have serial killers involved in
it's
it.
Garland Green, man. It's Steve Buscemi, man. He's a serial killer in that movie.
Yeah.
Marietta Mangler.
Go against Chucky, the child's play.
So.
All right. So we'll see what happens here.
I'm up first.
All right. What do you got, Austin?
I love Chucky, but goddamn Conair is fucking entertaining. Like I watch that movie all the time. It's like it's like the perfect 90s crazy action movie, with a great cast, like Ving Rhames and John Malkovich and just like Dave Chappelle's in there. Like that movie's just so Buscemi's great. Like everybody's just so good. It's like a perfect 90s action movie. So yeah, Conair, like it's awesome.
Yeah. And I love Chucky, but yeah, like Conair is just like really, really good. Like even John Cusack is like the U.S. Marshal guy, kind of trying to handle these guys, and then like even seeing like a few other like Danny Trejo popping up in there, and then even Michael Letty Williamson, I think his name is, like he's in there
Bubba.
too. So
Bubba Gump.
Yeah. So it was really, really fun. So yeah, like it's kind of like Nick Cage kind of playing this kind of rednecky and kind of like criminal character, but it's a good time. So I got to go Conair. Jacob, what do you think?
I've never really seen the appeal of Chucky. That might be an unpopular opinion, but whatever. Conair is a lot of fun. I'll go Conair.
Yeah.
Don't tell Jen Kemp. I think she's a big Chucky fan. Yeah.
Oh, Conair has one of the great serial killer entrances of all time too. When they take him out of the back of the van, like he's like already strapped down, and like they gotta hook these little hooks into the thing and lift him up out of the chair. Like it's great. Like it's just like, oh, it's just little skinny Steve Buscemi, but like they hype him up to be like a super dangerous dude, and it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. But next we got Child 44 going up against Cellular. All right. Yeah.
Early Chris Evans. Jordan?
Yes, was it me first?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've never seen Child 44, but like looking at the cast list just on the poster there, just like Like, just looked like a really cool cast, but I've never seen it. So, but I have seen Cellular, and it's like one of those really fun kind of thriller kind of things. We have Jason Statham playing the kind of serial killer guy, and then you have Chris Evans just on the phone trying to help save this girl that she's been kidnapped, and somehow she got a hold of this phone, so she was able to make a phone call. So, and she has to stay on the line, or she might get killed. So it's kind of like a kind of off the wall premise, but it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go Cellular. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Cellular is one of those movies I've seen once. Don't really remember much about it, but I do remember watching it.
Yeah.
Child 44 is a movie that I haven't even heard of.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I love Gary Oldman. I think he's a fantastic actor. And I think he's
Roman, Tom Hardy, all those guys. Yeah.
yeah. You know, I see that cast, and I'm really intrigued. I'm gonna go Child 44.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I think I'll just go with the one I've seen too. I've seen Cellular. I need to go back to it because I love me some Jason Statham, and it's one that I forget he's in. But yeah, early Evans. I'll go Cellular. I mean, not for any particular reason other than I've seen it, and I just didn't get around to Child 44. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Well, all right, Cellular. Moving on against that heavy hitter cast right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
but let's see. Got one more. We got
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas going up against Basic Instinct. All right. So
Okay.
is it Jacob?
Jacob. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just keep this one short and simple. Haven't seen Black Christmas. Gonna go Basic Instinct.
Yeah. Austin.
Well, we were just talking about kind of sex trash thrillers with Copycat. I mean, Basic Instinct's kind of like the peak of that in the 90s, with Paul Verhoeven. But even then, like, rewatching, again, this might be a recency bias thing, but like rewatching Black Christmas for that the show we did, that movie's great, so I'll go Black Christmas.
Yeah. And I've seen both these movies once before, but I've seen Black Christmas a lot more recently, and Basic Instinct was just okay to me. Like, it's just like kind of like you said, Austin, one of those kind of trashy kind of sex kind of just like from the 90s kind of movies, but like Black Christmas, it was really, really good, and like it's a really cool like inventive way, like how they like kill these people and kind of put them on display and everything, and it's a really creepy vibe. And then it kind of plays up the whole thing up where the killer's calling from inside the house. Like, we traced the phone call again, coming from in the house. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Black Christmas.
All right, so, Black Christmas 2-1. I watched another kind of trash thriller from the 80s called Body Heat from 1981. Okay. It's like a noir thriller. It's got William Hurt and Kathleen Turner and Ted Danson, and it's actually really good. But it's a sweaty movie because it's set in Florida, so everybody's like sweating all over the place, and they're having nice sweaty sex in that movie.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's like Kathleen Turner's first role.
Nice. So
if you like Kathleen Turner, she's naked like that whole movie, so go watch it.
All right. There you go. But up next, though, we got an American Psycho going up against, let me name that one. I'm against Prisoners,
right? Oh, yeah. Okay. 2 good movies.
I'm like finicky tonight, but yeah. So, who's up first?
I'm up first, man. Yeah, this is a tough one. I've seen both of these about the equal number of times, but I saw American Psycho way more recently, like probably like 2 months ago. I got my 4K disc and rewatched it. So just by a little bit, I'll go American Psycho.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen American Psycho, but I've seen like clips from it though, like just Christian Bale just like running around acting kind of just like crazy off the wall, but like Prisoners are just so good. Like, I think Prisoners, they're in my top 64 or it just missed it though. Like it's really high up there. Like I freaking love Prisoners, and I'm a huge Hugh Jackman fan. Like he gives an amazing performance. So I gotta go with Prisoners.
I think Jacob's going to go the same way, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Prisoners was in my top 64, so I'm going to go Prisoners. Although I'm really excited to finish American Psycho.
Yeah, that's good.
Right. Let's see the second half. But yeah, moving on, we got Law Abiding Citizen going up against the Saw franchise. All right.
They're kind of similar when you watch them.
Yeah.
It's like they got some very similar stuff with Gerard Butler putting people in these little kind of not traps, but like it's very Saw-esque. Like he kind of tortures and kills one guy in a kind of very Saw way. Like when you see the movie, like it's interesting.
Right. Huh.
Yeah, but Jordan, you're first. Mm-hmm.
Well, I've seen the first two Saw movies, and honestly, like it's not really my cup of tea. Like it just kind of it doesn't really like do all that much for me. So like I didn't really have any desire to just like jump right into the other ones. Like I will eventually see them, but Law Abiding Citizen just intrigues me more. I haven't seen it, but the whole premise just kind of intrigues me that much more. So I'm gonna go with Law Abiding Citizen. So
Jacob.
You know, thinking about it now, Saw, I think it's Saw 5, has Chester Bennington, and I like
Saw
really
7. That would be Jacob. That'd be Saw the final chapter. Saw 3D has Chester Bennington.
I knew it had Phi in it.
Technically,
I couldn't remember. I watched them all so close together. Like I just on them. I couldn't remember, but I knew it was one of the later ones. Anyway, yeah, he plays a victim, and it's a really I enjoyed it. So for that reason, I'm gonna go Saw this time actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Chester has to unglue himself from a car seat to try to like reach the steering wheel and like do something to save himself. And he's like super glued to the back of the car. Like his back is super glued to the car seat, so he has to like pull his skin off to like try to lean forward. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give you Jordan, just to intrigue you, I'll give you the kind of 20-second premise of Law Abiding Citizen. So it's like Gerard Butler, like his family gets killed by these like home invaders, and they like rape his wife, and they even like rape his daughter. Like it's pretty brutal.
Oh, wow.
Like they don't show it all obviously, but like that's what they do, and they kill and they leave him for dead. I think he's dead, but he's not. And then he eventually like they arrest the guys, and like one guy takes a plea deal, but like Jamie Foxx is the prosecutor, but he doesn't want to like put both of them in jail. He just puts like one of them in jail to get the one guy to testify against the other guy. And so Gerard Butler thinks like the system's just kind of screwed everything over and it's not justice anymore. And like he starts killing everybody involved in like the whole process. But like he's even doing it from like a jail cell somehow because he's like in custody, but all these people are still dying and you don't really know how. So it's pretty interesting. And they kind of do the slow reveals on how he's killing those people. Yeah, he's a law-abiding citizen taking the law into his own hands. Yeah,
nice.
He's got a special set of skills that he's doing some things with. So it's one of those movies. But yeah, but I'll vote for law-abiding citizen. It's better than any of the Saw movies, and I'm a Saw fan. But yeah, I'll put it there.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah, the Saw franchise is not great.
Yeah, it's not the greatest movies, but I still like it. I'm a big fan of them. But yeah. They're not great.
I like that it kind of has like a coherent kind of storyline outside of people just.
It has a crazy mythology and crazy canon. Like if you watch them all back to back, like it's nuts. Like how much they go into it. But
yeah. But next we got 7 going up against
the Hitcher.
All right.
Yeah. Thought it was a Fincher versus Fincher. That'll be later. Jacob.
No, I thought this was a 7 versus Halloween. But Halloween was that would have been a little tougher. No, this one's pretty easy. I'm gonna go 7.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, this was easy. 7's like miles ahead of the Hitcher. Like I like the Hitcher, but 7 is in another level.
Yeah, 7 by a mile. Yep. So I'm gonna go 7. And then next we got Zodiac. Going against Mr. Brooks.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm up first. Yeah, I like Mr. Brooks. It's kind of the underdog here, but like Zodiac is like, I don't watch it all the time, but like when I do watch it, like every couple of years, like damn, that movie gets better every time I see it. Like it's just
Yeah.
really well made. So yeah, Zodiac is really effing good. So Zodiac.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go with Zodiac. Like probably besides any of the Marvel stuff, like one of the best performances from Robert Downey Jr. in a long time too. So so yeah, and then of course Jake Gyllenhaal too. So yeah. It's a lot of
Charles
fun, yeah.
Fleischer, Roger Rabbit is really creepy in that movie.
Is he in that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the guy with the basement scene, like where he invites the guy into the
nice.
basement, but like he like
Nice.
backs out and leaves. Like he's the creepy guy. Yeah, he's really creepy in that movie.
It would have been even better if he did the Roger Rabbit voice.
I know if he was doing the voice.
They would've thrown it off.
Please, come on down the basement.
Yeah, right. Please, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna vote.
Zodiac.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, Mr. Brooks is intriguing, but Zodiac is fantastic.
Yeah, Zodiac is fucking kills. So it's a good movie.
Yeah.
There was another article recently about they think like there was some other theory. They think they found the real Zodiac killer, or they know who it is now. Like every 2 years they tried out something going like, we finally found some evidence. We know who the killer is. They still don't fucking know like who the guy
Yeah, they
was.
still haven't solved that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
After all these years, yeah. But next we got Son of Sam going up against No Country for Old Men. Okay.
Oh, this is easy. No Country for Old Men. Is anybody voting against that?
Nope.
No.
Nah, just put it through. Just put it through. We'll save some time.
Okay. Yep.
But I wouldn't mind seeing the Son of Sam, like in real life, go up against Anton Chigurh. Like, would that be kind of like a
Sure.
good, like realistic like battle? Yeah. But next we got the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo going up against Time After Time.
Time After Time. Okay.
Yeah.
We kind of skipped that one, so we'll still go with Jordan next because that was just kind of an impromptu thing. So Jordan will be up first.
Well, like I really like the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That movie's really solid, but I've never seen Time After Time, but the premise really intrigues me. So I think I'm gonna go Time After Time. Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see Time After Time now, so I'm gonna vote for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a it's I'll vote for it too, because if you ask me which one I would watch right now, kind of a breezy hour and 45-minute time travel, just fun kind of fish out of water thing over like a 2 hour and 50-minute, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I'm gonna watch the Malcolm McDowell, fish out of water movie. So yeah, Time After Time. I mean, it has a serial killer in it, so it counts in this tournament. But yeah, I'll vote for it.
Now I just have a question about the movie. Do they play the song "Time After Time" like that song?
I know, because it wasn't out yet. Because the movie was made in 1979, and that song was until the 80s. Yeah, so and that's why like the modern time in that movie is 1979 San Francisco. Like they go from Victoria era like London to like San Francisco in the 70s. But yeah,
nice. Well,
like Mary Steenburgen's in it too. Like she's like the love interest. She's like really hot in that movie. Like and it's good.
Nice. Well, next we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre going up against Halloween.
Oh shit!
But it had to happen.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob, you got to go first.
Man. These are both iconic in the horror genre. I'm gonna.
What Jordan's gonna vote for, so it might come down to you and me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Halloween.
Yeah.
I just have more fun with the franchise.
Austin?
Yeah, overall, I think it's the better franchise, and I'm on a Halloween high right now from kills last night. So yeah, I'll go Halloween. Yeah.
I forgot how good 2018 Halloween was. Like I just rewatched it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
So good.
Yeah, and this one is a good follow up because it literally just continues the same night. Like it's pretty great.
Nice.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. But yeah, I'm gonna vote Halloween.
Yeah,
too. Like it's easy for me.
Yeah, right. I know. Gee, the guy
I
who doesn't
wonder.
like the original Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I wonder what he's going to vote for.
Yeah, right. but next we got Hot Fuzz going up against Misery.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
interesting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
tough too.
Yeah.
I'm up first. Damn, these are Misery's great. They're both good, but which one am I going to pick up and watch more? I put on Hot Fuzz like all the time in the background, like just for background noise. So I think it's pretty easily going to go to Hot Fuzz here, but I wouldn't be sad if Misery goes through.
Yeah. Man, it's like a video game trying to like block all these bots out in the chat that keep popping up and like all show long. This is funny, but
Shit, I should go watch
yeah.
it. I didn't look at the chat yet, but
I feel like I'm playing Space Invaders, like pew 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 pew. I gotta shoot them.
it's the same one over and over again.
Yeah, it's the same one, kind of like they come up like almost the same, but like slightly different. It's kind of weird, but yeah, these are two movies the totally different vibe to them though, but they're both have murderers in them, like serial killers. So I think by a little bit because I really have a lot of love for Misery, but I think I gotta go Hot Fuzz. So,
but Jordan, the bot says there's a lot of girls near us that want us. So should we like jump in on that?
We should, yeah. We gotta get in on that. Yep. But,
Jake.
Well, first of all, there's no girls near me that want me. And second of all, I think my vote would, even though Hot Fuzz is going through, I think my vote would have gone to Misery, actually.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Yeah.
It's a good movie, man. Yeah.
But I'm not disappointed Hot Fuzz is going through it all.
No, Hot Fuzz is great.
Yeah, but
that's gonna be a tough one.
That'll be the end of that side. So
I do not like this side of the bracket.
This side of the bracket is gonna be tough.
Yeah, so we have Monster.
It's gonna be a little easier on this side.
Going against Psycho.
Psycho.
So,
Okay. The monster versus the Psycho.
Yeah, so
Jordan.
To me, this was kind of easier for me. I've never seen Monster, but I know that the character. I've seen some clips from it, but I got to go Psycho. Just Norman Bates is just like a really great serial killer. So yeah, I got to go Psycho.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho, easy.
Psycho, yeah, easy.
Psycho, easy.
Yeah, Charlize Theron's great, but Psycho, yeah, easy.
Yeah. But up next we got Red Dragon going up.
I think it's Sweeney Todd, Jacob.
Yeah,
I'm voting Sweeney Todd. I'm voting Sweeney Todd.
Sure, yeah.
You know what, Jacob? Just for you, I'm gonna vote Sweeney Todd. Let's put it at least through to the 16, at least. It's gonna go up against Psycho in the next. It's gonna go up against Psycho in the next round anyway. So why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I've never seen Red Dragon, so I can't even vote for it. So I got to vote Sweeney Todd. The only one I
clean sweep.
So,
Hey,
sweep.
Sweeney Todd. It's okay. Yeah. It's gonna lose to Psycho in the next round, so that's fine.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
but will it?
At least you get. Oh well, you know.
Will it? Maybe. Yeah. But,
we'll see.
But next we got the
find out very shortly. Strangers. Versus when a stranger calls.
Yeah.
When a stranger comes to your house versus when a stranger calls.
Your calls, yeah, right. Some strangers knock.
I'll
some
first
call.
Yeah. Two good stranger movies, but The Strangers is a better movie than When a Stranger Calls. So The Strangers.
Yeah, this one's easy for me. I had to go with The Strangers. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
The Strangers.
Yeah.
Yep. Strangers it is. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So next we got So I Married an Axe Murderer going up against Perfume.
Okay.
Yeah. Me
Jordan.
first?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Perfume, and it's not really high on my list either to really watch. Maybe someday, but I gotta go So I Married an Axe Murderer. The movie's a lot of fun, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same reasons.
Yep. Austin?
Yeah, same here. Although it'd be fun if we put through Perfume just as a movie that nobody's seen, but like we make it all the way to like the Elite Eight or something.
Yeah, right.
It's like Perfume. We haven't seen it, but let's put it in the poll. Why not?
That'd be funny, like if it
ends up
in the poll and then like nobody's seen it, like people are like like WTF? Like what's Perfume? Never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But
might ask
again,
Murder
I
moves
might
on.
watch it now that I know Alan Rickman's in it. So
Yeah,
because
true.
of Rickman.
I
Mhm.
wonder if it's
Watch anything
streaming
Alan
anywhere.
Rickman's in. Yeah,
I don't know. I thought it was streaming somewhere. I think I had looked it up, but I didn't know.
I'm gonna
Let's
guess
see.
HBO.
It's on Amazon
All
Prime.
these are HBO.
Okay, and it's on Pluto
It's on Prime.
TV.
Prime and
Okay.
Pluto.
Plu-
Yep, both of them.
Prime and
So it's streaming.
But up
It's
next,
around.
yeah,
Mhm.
we have Identity going up against Freaky. Okay.
Freaky.
Yeah.
All right, 2 single-word titles.
Yeah.
Jacob.
I want to see both these movies. I think I want to see Freaky more because Vince Vaughn is. I like him.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
It's just closer than you think it'd be for me because I like both these movies. I think I'll go. It's got the better cast and stuff, so I'll go Identity actually, just by a little bit.
Yeah. Well, for me, I got to go Freaky. Like
Mhm.
it was a lot of fun. Like I'm just not a big Identity fan. Maybe I need to give another watch because a lot of people seem to really like it, especially Steven Shepard. Maybe he can tell me why it's great because it's in his top 64. So
He did tell you why it's great.
well, he did kind of, but like I'll have to go back and rewatch the episode maybe and just see what he said. So I forget. Yeah, but Freaky it is. So and Freaky has like a really awkward scene with like some guy trying to make out with Vince Vaughn because they're like body swap. So like he
Oh God.
knows
Yeah.
it's a girl on the inside, but it's like really awkward. Yeah.
That's like in the stuff in that Hot Chick movie with Rob Schneider where Anna Faris is just like, "Can I see your penis?" Like,
Yeah, right,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, she's like, "Can I
Like,
see it?" She's like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Yeah.
That's always the body swap thing. The first thing they do is like look at the junk they're working with, or like it's always the first thing.
Yeah, she walks up to the mirror like even
Yeah.
freaking she's like grabbing her chest or whatever.
Yeah.
But we have Frailty up next, going against Disturbia.
Disturbia.
All right.
Okay. I'm up
Yeah.
first. Frailty, man. Yeah, I like Disturbia, but Frailty.
Yeah. Disturbia is a lot of fun, but
You're burned down on Disturbia.
Yeah. I've seen it once a month for like 3 years straight almost. So I'm just like done with it. So yeah. Gotta go with Frailty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, as good as Frailty is, I think I might actually go Disturbia here. I think I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it a little more entertaining and.
Fair enough.
The actor that actually plays the serial killer in Disturbia, like we used to like make these like GIFs and we'd send them, like me and all my friends, we'd like send them back and forth to each other because they always freaked us out back in the day. So yeah, I forget that actor's name, but like he does a good job as the serial killer. But even so, Frailty's moving on. So, but next we have Alfred Hitchcock, Dial M for Murder, going up against Conair.
Oh, come on. This is easy.
Yeah.
Jordan.
It's me first. Yeah, this is
You
easy.
vote against Conair. Come on,
Yeah.
Conair's awesome.
Yeah, you got to go Conair. Jacob?
Jacob, you going Conair?
Yeah, Conair.
Yeah, Conair rocks.
Yep.
The
Jordan
actor's
also.
name you're looking for, Jordan, by the way, is David Morse.
Yeah, David Morse.
David Morse. Yeah. Yeah.
He's one of those that guy
Yeah,
character
so good.
actors.
Yeah.
One of those that
Yeah,
guys.
you always recognize him. You're like, what is that guy's name? I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I definitely looked it up and didn't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
So
There's a documentary called like
Conair.
It's That Guy or something. It's like a character actor documentary. I forget what it's called, but it's about a lot of those guys who are like, you're always like, oh, who's that guy? And then it's them talking about being that guy. It's like him and like Dan Hedaya and a bunch of other people just being like that guy.
Yeah, right.
That'd be an interesting topic for tournament fights.
Oh, character
Yeah.
actors?
Yeah, the top 64.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that guy.
Well, it would be funny
Best
if we put
character
on the
actors,
they put their pictures up there. The whole show would just be like going like, all right, it's that guy versus that guy.
That guy,
and
yeah.
you'd be like, who's that guy?
The one guy from the
the one guy from that
one
movie
movie.
versus
What was
that
his
guy
name
from the other
again?
movie.
Yeah, right.
we'd be struggling to like look up the names on our phone and be like, who's that guy?
It'd be kind of fun, actually, though. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's that guy versus this guy.
Yeah. But up next, we got Cellular. Followed up
Cellular.
again as Black Christmas.
Black
Yeah.
Christmas. Okay.
All right. So, Jacob.
Jacob? Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Black Christmas, so for that reason, I'll go Cellular.
Yeah. Austin?
Black Christmas, directed by Bob Clark, the director of A Christmas Story.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that he did both. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I gotta go with Black Christmas. Yeah.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
You seen the original one? I saw the one that came out like 2 years ago with like Carrie Elwes in it, which was really, really bad. It was like
Yeah.
like
Neither one of the remakes are good. There's one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead that's like, it's not as bad as the recent one, but it's still not good.
Yeah. But that'll be
That's
the
it
end
for
of
that
that round. All right.
All
cool.
right. So we're into the 16 and we're getting to the
Fly
8
through
here.
it. All right.
We're going to determine the 8 here.
So,
This is definitely the tougher side of the bracket we're getting to.
Yeah, this is the tougher part.
Yep. So we got Prisoners. Let me zoom it out here. Going up against
Prisoners and Law-Abiding
Citizen.
Citizen.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm up first.
Yeah.
I recognize that Prisoner is probably the better movie, but I'm more likely to put on Law Abiding Citizen and watch it. So I'm just going to say that. But it's probably going to lose.
Yeah. Well, I've already said everything I could say about Prisoners. It's freaking awesome. I got to go Prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob?
Prisoners.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a good movie.
Citizen is good though. Yeah, I would definitely turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
I think Prisoners I saw like 3 times when it was in theaters. I kept finding friends and family that hadn't seen it yet, and I'm like, "What? You haven't seen Prisoners? All right, we're going to see it."
It's Denis Villeneuve before he kind of got up his own ass. Like, I kind of haven't liked a lot of his most recent movies. Like, he's kind of up his own ass like lately. And I don't know how Dune's gonna be. Like, I'll go see it, but it looks kind of pretentious too. So I don't know. We'll see.
Watch a review from Perry Nemiroff, and she seemed to really like it. So I mean, I don't know. That's only.
I'll go see it. I've got my Regal Unlimited, so I'll go watch it in the theater. But
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like the original, so we'll see how I like.
Yeah. But we got up next
7 and Zodiac. Oh, Fincher and Fincher. Oh shit.
No.
Here we go.
No.
The Fincher showdown, man.
Oh shit.
Might be the toughest one yet.
This is the toughest one. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot.
Jordan, you're up first, but we'll give
man.
everybody a few more seconds to think about it because damn, this is gonna be a tough one.
Man.
Shit.
Yeah, I honestly don't really know because I legit like these movies exactly the same. This might be one of the like toughest matchup like in the history of tournament fights for me. This one's like
because both of these movies
so
deserve to be in the Elite 8, like in the poll.
Yeah.
Because they're both that good, but like only one can make it. Damn.
Is there a way they can share a square, right?
Yeah, fuck, damn. We need more people to vote on this one. This is where we need like 5 people to determine it because
right.
I feel like it's underwhelming with just us 3, but yeah. But Jordan, you're up first. Yeah, you gotta vote.
Well, I think just by a sliver of a hair, I probably got to give it to 7, just because of all the atmospheric stuff and like the borderline horror, and then like seeing like endings pretty shocking, and like the cast for me is probably just a little stronger maybe. So I got to go 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob.
So I was just looking at the list I made. My top 500.
Yeah.
7 and Zodiac are 5 spaces apart.
Oh wow. Crazy.
7 is just a little bit higher, so I'm gonna go with 7. I knew they were close.
Yeah.
For good reason.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. Like Zodiac might be slightly the better movie just because it's like a more seasoned Fincher, like with the slow burn stuff, but like I'm more likely to put on and watch 7 like more often, and damn, it's just like it's so atmospheric and great. Like I hate to see Zodiac go out because I thought it'd be like a favorite to at least get into the 8, but
Yeah, right.
yeah, I think 7. Yeah, we'll have to put 7 through. But damn, I regret
That's
Zodiac
the
not being in
randomizer.
there. Yeah,
Can we
Why
put
couldn't-
Zodiac in place of
against
Axe
like
Murderer?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
right.
thinking. The same
That's what I
thing.
meant.
Can we put that up against like Perfume or Axe Murderer or
Yeah.
something, so we can
Yeah,
put
right.
it through easily?
Seriously.
Damn.
But
Yeah,
it
sucks.
that's the way that it works out. So yep.
Mhm.
But next we have No Country for Old Men going up against Time After
Yeah,
Time.
time after time. Okay,
All right.
Jacob.
It's hanging in there. Yeah.
Listen, this might sound crazy.
Yeah.
As much as I love No Country for Old Men,
You want to watch Time After Time, don't you?
the premise for Time After Time is just so intriguing to me.
Yeah.
And I really want to see it now. I am voting for Time After Time.
Yeah. All right, Austin. What do you think?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do the underdog. Let's go with Time After Time.
Yeah.
Why not? No Country
Yeah.
for Old Men gets enough praise in everybody's list. Let's go Time After Time. Let's have fun.
Yeah, screw it. Like, let's just make it a clean
Hey,
sweep.
it's not gonna beat like, Halloween or 7 or something in the next round. So
Yeah.
why the fuck not, right?
Yeah, like No Country for Old Men.
I've got Jacob enough to where he's gonna literally pull up HBO Max and go watch it like right after we go off the air.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah,
Probably.
seriously.
Probably.
But I do kind of feel like No Country for Old Men is a little overrated, slightly for me, but I still love it. But
It's not one of the Coen ones I go back to a lot, but like it's really good. But when I do watch it, it's good. It's just it's not one of the ones I like pop on a lot. But yeah.
But next we got Halloween going up against Hot Fuzz. All right.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Tough.
I think I'm up first on this one, if I'm right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are both in my 64. Damn. Shit. Halloween, just by a little bit. Damn, but just by a little bit.
Yeah, like I saw Hot Fuzz before I saw the original Halloween. Funny enough, and when I saw Hot Fuzz, like I really, really loved it. But then when I finally got around to seeing Halloween, I actually watched Halloween on Halloween night for the very first time. Actually, like that was the first time that I ever watched it because I wanted to kind of do it that way. And man, I just had so much fun. Like I absolutely loved it. So yeah, I think I gotta go Halloween. So Jacob.
Yeah, like I said previously, I just watched Halloween 2018 right before we went live, and man, I'm excited for Halloween Kills. I can't wait to watch that one. Hot Fuzz is great. It's entertaining. It's so much fun, but I'm gonna go Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween is moving on. All right, so that'll be the end of that side. So we have half of the lead 8 down, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far we got Halloween, Prisoner 7, and Time After Time in the Elite 8.
And Time After Time. All right. Nice.
I know, right? It's the one only one person on the panel has actually seen, and yet everybody's making it through.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I'm selling it hard enough to
Just
where, and like,
alone.
I don't even think it's like that great of a movie. It's not one of the greatest movies of all time. I just think it's a fun movie. It's a fun little movie.
Yeah.
Just underseen, like a little underrated. Robert Meyer Burnett loves it. I know. He's talked about it before.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on this side we got Psycho going up against Sweeney Todd. So might be where it ends for Sweeney Todd, maybe, because I think that I got to vote Psycho here. But I do really like Sweeney Todd. Like I'm someone who's not really into musicals, but actually, like for a musical, I actually really like it. But I got to go Psycho. So, Jacob.
Yeah, I recognize that Psycho is the better movie, but personally, I just love Sweeney Todd so much. I'm gonna vote for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also recognize that Psycho is the better movie, and that's why I'm going to vote for it. Psycho.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jacob.
Oh no,
I at least got it further than last time.
Yeah. I knew Psycho was going through, and I'm not disappointed at all.
Yeah.
But at least it didn't get a clean sweep. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Have you guys ever seen the episode of The Office where they reenact Sweeney Todd though? They just like come in and they're like right when they walk in the office, they're just like boom, like right into Sweeney Todd. They like surprise everyone with like a Sweeney Todd rendition. Like it's pretty
I
funny.
remember that one.
Yeah.
But Jacob,
Yeah,
have you
that
seen
sounds good.
Jersey Girl
I don't think so.
with Ben
Kevin Smith,
Affleck and Liv Tyler, the Kevin Smith
Yeah,
movie?
no.
You should probably see it because it's interesting. They do like this school talent show thing right at the end, and what the premise of it is that all the kids are doing like they have to do something from like a Broadway musical, right? So the joke is that they're all doing memories from Cats. And like it's a running joke where it's like, oh, performing memory from Cat, da, 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 da. But it gets to the main girl, Ben Affleck's daughter, and she does one of the songs from Sweeney Todd. So you might like it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like the one where
Yeah.
I don't know what song it is because I just don't know the movie that well, but it's one where she's like, knock 3 times, knock, 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 da, 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 meat, swirling meat pies, da, 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 meat pies,
Oh,
like
okay.
that. Those,
Yeah.
like I don't know what song that is, but like they do this whole number with like her and Ben Affleck and George Carlin. Like you should see it because it's a nice Sweeney Todd tribute at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Send you guys.
it's a movie that I've been meaning to check out.
Yeah. Well, if that entices you enough that it's got a Sweeney Todd nod at the end, so you can check it out. Why not? God,
send you
that's
guys
good. Whatever that song is, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that I'll have to send you guys the clip from The Office where they do the Sweeney Todd stuff in the chat maybe after. But yeah, moving on, we got The Strangers.
Ex Murder. Okay.
All right.
So
So
Jacob.
who's up first now? All right. Jacob.
Yeah, the Strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Austin?
yeah. So I Married an Expert is fun, but like Strangers is the better like killer movie. Yeah, The Strangers.
Yeah, The Stranger, hands down. Yeah, that movie's awesome. So The Strangers it is. All right. And then
The Strangers into the
next-
8.
Yeah. Then we have Freaky going up against
Frailty.
I know. Frailty.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Frailty, man. Frailty. Still my 64.
Yeah. Well, I think that I gotta go with Frailty. There's just some moments in Freaky that get a little cheesy sometimes. Like it's a good movie, but it gets a little cheesy in some parts. So I gotta go Frailty. So, Jacob.
Yeah, as much as I'm looking forward to seeing Freaky, I have seen Frailty and recognize that it is a really good movie. So Frailty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Frailty.
the God's Hand Killer.
Moving on. Yep. Yeah, God's Hand. And then
Conair.
we have Conair going up against Black Christmas.
Black Christmas. Okay.
All right.
All right.
First, right?
Jordan, yeah.
Well, just because I want to see it on the poll, and I want to see if anyone has anything to say about it. I'm gonna go Conair. So yeah, Conair, let's go.
Yeah.
Jacob.
I'll go Black Christmas just to make Austin break the tie. I want to see where his vote
Oh, I'm going with Conair. 100. I would put on Conair
Yeah.
over Black Christmas 100 times out of 100. Like I like Black Christmas, but Conair is fucking rocks.
Conair.
Yeah, and I want to see it in the poll.
Yeah.
I knew you were high on it. I just wanted to see how high.
Oh, I'm way high on
Yeah.
Conair. I watch it all the time.
Conair's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Well, so with
All right,
that,
we're into
we have the lead
Going into the final four. See who does it.
out a little bit. All right.
We've
so
still got Prisoners, right? Prisoners.
Yeah. We got
Prisoners are
it's
7, isn't it?
It's 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fincher versus Villeneuve. Yeah.
Shoot. Oh man, this one's tough. Man. All right, who's up first? Is it?
Jacob's up first this time. Yeah.
Yeah. I love 7, but Prisoners is just higher on my list. So I'm gonna go Prisoners.
Yeah.
And that the ending to that movie I think is just fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so good. Yeah. Austin.
But so is the ending to 7. You know, what's in the box?
Yeah, true.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Like
That is
that movie,
true.
that ending's awesome too. So I'm gonna go 7. I'll make Jordan break the tie.
Shoot. Yeah, this one's tough, but yeah, like I think that I gotta go with with Prisoners, I think, just because like
Mm.
the performance from Hugh Jackman and also Paul Dano's also really really great in that too. So yeah, and then even seeing Terrence Howard pop up, that's fun too. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go Prisoners over 7. Like I wouldn't think that I would, but
Mm.
if you put the two of them in front of me right now, I'd probably pick Prisoners over 7, but that might change depending on what day of the week it is, though. So yeah,
Mhm.
so
All right, Prisoners
Prisoners it
2-1.
is.
Yep.
And then the final 4. All right, so up next we have Time After
Time After Time, the little movie that could against Halloween.
Against Halloween.
It had fun.
Yeah. A nice run.
I mean, Time After Time had the run, but is anybody voting against Halloween in this one? Like, realistically,
No.
no. Nah. I mean, hey, I'm happy it made the poll. That's fun, but
Yeah, right.
It's Halloween.
Made the poll, yep, but it's Halloween. So
Uh-huh.
so up next we got
Psycho
going up against the Strangers. Okay.
Strangers. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll start with me first since we just kind of washed out that last one. Yeah, man. I like the Strangers a lot, but like Psycho is like the classic of classics, man. So yeah, I gotta go Psycho.
This one's tough for me. Like, I seriously have a lot of love for the Strangers. I think I'm gonna go Strangers actually. So, yeah.
All right, we'll make Jacob break it.
Jacob, what do you think?
Do I do the spite vote?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Spite vote and go against Psycho.
You know, and the more I think about the Strangers, the more I like that
So
movie
creepy.
so much.
Like so good, and it's actually happened to you.
But I don't think I can vote against Psycho.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Psycho. I'm gonna do the sensible thing.
Psycho doesn't have anything as maddening as
Psycho.
Liv Tyler not getting away when she can, like when she's cleared the house and she's gone and she goes back.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the most maddening decisions in a horror movie ever. Yeah, like what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
But in that sequel, like I'll go ahead and spoil. Like there's a bit where they get the gun away from like the little girl of the strangers in the sequel, and like the girl's like pointing the gun like right in the face of the stranger girl, and like she doesn't shoot her. She just goes like, "Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move," and of course the girl gets the gun away from her, and it's like she could have just literally shot her right in the face. And it's like one of those things where like the stranger girl at that point has already killed one of her family members. Like you would immediately shoot her in the face, like there's no question. And it's just one of the most maddening decisions like in a horror movie, where the whole theater was just like, "What are you doing? Fucking shoot her!"
Like, really? Yeah.
Shoot her in the face.
That's one reason why I'm a huge James Bond fan, because he's a license to kill. He just freaking goes up to people and just shoots them, and without any hesitation. He just like kills people. Where it's like all these other movies, you got to think about it and have some kind of moral dilemma as to whether or not you're going to kill them or not. You know, it's kind of like even when your life's on the line, it's like just shoot them. If it to save your own life.
This is one of those things where like they're all alone in this like trailer park, and like the killers have already killed like one of these guys' family members. Like if you were able to get the gun away from them and you were in that situation, like you would shoot them, no hesitation. Like if it was you or them, like you would shoot them immediately. Like there's no question. Like us or them.
Yeah.
Right. But next we have Frailty going up against Conair.
Conair. Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. So who's first?
Jordan, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, this one's tough. Well, like just because like the movie has a more pronounced serial killer, I think I gotta go Frailty actually. So yeah, like I love Conair, but I think I gotta go Frailty here. Jacob?
I kind of want to see an action movie make the final 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Conair.
It's fun to have it. Yeah. Austin?
Frailty's the better movie, but Conair's the more fun movie.
Yep. What do you go for? Are you in a fun mood, or are you in like a serious?
You know what?
Good movie.
Conair.
All right.
I'm gonna write it like we did
Conair
the Mummy on my episode.
All right. So it's Conair. So
this is a nice mix in the final 4.
Oh yeah, there's like 4 completely different movies.
Yeah, you got two horror, And
Yeah.
One kind of psychological thriller, revenge thriller, and then like a completely bonkers 90s action movie with a bunch
Yeah,
of
right.
convicts.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
it's a good mix as far as movies with a serial killer goes. So,
Mhm.
Yeah. So who's up first?
So Jacob's up first for Prisoners
All right,
versus
Jacob.
Halloween.
Yeah, versus the Halloween. You got.
Prisoners is the better movie, but I have a lot of fun with the Halloween franchise, and I can get more enjoyment out of the series than I can the one movie that is Prisoners. So I'm going to go Halloween.
Sure. Austin?
See, I think Halloween's the better movie overall, so I'll say Halloween.
Yeah, and one of these movies made my top 64. One that just missed my top 64, and that's Halloween. Like Halloween is just awesome. So I gotta go with Halloween.
I think this isn't the first time Halloween's made a championship either. I think it did.
No, it's not.
Some other episode we did. Yeah.
It's a pretty strong franchise. I mean, and a lot of people love it. So
didn't Michael Myers win a horror character?
Oh yeah, I think so. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. Well, he's the more badass character. You know.
Yeah, he is. On the other side, we got Psycho versus Conair. So you're up first, Austin. What you got?
Do I do the fun one, or do I do the one that actually deserves it? All right, Conair had its fun, but I'll go Psycho.
Yeah. Well, which one do you want to see go up against Halloween? So it's like
yeah.
So, yeah. I think here I gotta go Psycho. Yeah. Jacob.
I would have went Conair just because I didn't want to see horror versus horror.
Sure. Yeah. But
I could change my vote to Conair, and we can put Conair through.
You could. I mean, I'll give you a 5 count to change.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm switching it. Conair.
Oh, shoot.
Let's put Conair through.
Where'd it go? Psycho. Sure. Yeah.
I vote for Conair.
Right.
Garland Green
Conair
is
versus
more
Halloween.
fun than Norman Bates.
Interesting matchup. Zoom it in here. Yeah. All right, so I'm first.
Yeah.
I think that like as much as I want to put Conair in, and we already had Michael Myers win our best character tournament, but the thing is though, like you don't really see Steve Buscemi like really like do much killing, like you don't really. So yeah, I think I got to go with Halloween. Just such a strong franchise. I got to go with it. So, Jacob?
Yeah, no, Michael Myers has already won one of these. I'm going Conair.
Sure, yeah. Well, Austin, what are you going to do?
You know what?
It's
Just because this episode has didn't have much interest as far as the community in the first place. We had to scrounge to get people in here, and we had to, and it came down to us just, pedaling the three of us through and just having a little bit of fun, just to screw with the people tomorrow when we put up the poll. You know what? Conair and Garland Green's going to win it. Marietta Mangler for the win. Yeah.
Conair for the win. It is. All right.
And people are going to be like, oh, the greatest serial killer movies of all time. Fucking Conair, what?
Well, it's not the best serial killer of all time, but it's the one that we wanted to choose. It's the one that was right for the moment, so.
Hey, he did wear a little girl's head as a hat through 3 different states, as said in the movie. So, he's a pretty crazy serial killer.
Yeah, right. Well, like when you look at Steve Buscemi, even just as a normal person,
I can buy that.
Yeah,
he looks like a BTK type guy. If you looked up like the BTK killer, like the real guy, like he was like this nerdy looking, like that Dennis Rader dude was like a really nerdy little like nothing looking dude, just like a bald guy with glasses, like just like your next door neighbor. That's what most serial killers look like.
Yeah, like there's some Family Guy bit, but I can't remember it. Like I'll have to find it because I'll like totally butcher it. But it's like Peter's thinking like what the ugliest version of a human being could possibly be, and then just cuts to like an actual real picture of Steve Buscemi.
Picture of Steve
and he's
Buscemi.
like, oh crap, or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good. But anyways, yeah, that was a lot of fun, guys. Yeah.
And it's funny, that was the one I was promoting, like when I was talking about, well, it doesn't all have to be horror. Like I might throw Conair in there for fun, and then we make Conair win. Why not?
Right.
And I'm just like, technically, it has a serial killer in it, so it counts. And I'm like, well, whatever. Well, actually, to be fair, there's several killers in that movie. Like Cyrus the Virus said he's murdered a couple people too. Like Diamond Dog has like killed people. Like Trejo, he's like a rapist, but I think he also killed a few women too. Like there's killers in that movie, like several. Diamond Dog's like a killer. Like so, there's killers all throughout that movie. But yeah, it's kind of a fun movie, man.
Well, we would have had a few more people maybe stick around if we would have had Hotel Nerd and like Steven Shepard around, or maybe Richie. Like it could have been totally different, but
yeah. Why not?
But they don't, and this is what happens.
This is what happens when you guys don't stick around and you let anarchy reign. You let chaos ensue. Shit like Conair will win the whole thing.
Well, we'll try and get it under 2.5 hours. We'll just go around and you can tell us where we can find you. So I don't know if you have anything you want to promote, Jacob. I know you're usually just around, but
I am. I've got some ideas formulating. I want to start something, but once I've got details finalized, then I'll start promoting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
sounds good. But
other than that,
Austin,
I'm around.
Well, if you ever have any ideas for like any of these tournament fights or anything, we're always open for like goofy ideas for tournament fights. Like we're always down for whatever. Because like a lot of these are just like when me and Jordan are just BSing. Just back and forth on a text, and like I had an idea about another comic book one, but it was we were gonna separate it into like one of like all these canonical like universe movies, like comic movies, like the MCU, the DCEU, even like the Dark Knight movies, because they're all kind of in their own little universe. The Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire movies, like all these movies that are kind of have their own universes, and then like do another tournament fight with like non-stuff, like just all the one-off goofy shit, like the Phantom or the Shadow or like the Mask and like Men in Black, like all these movies based on comic books or Sin City, like that don't like set up a franchise or anything, and Spawn, like all this stuff. And then if we put all those other ones in the tournament fight, it wouldn't just be the same ones over and over again, like Endgame or Dark Knight. Like it could be anything in the tournament fight. If you include a lot of those other crazy movies, like it could be anything. So we might do something like that. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah,
comic book movies are always super popular in the community. Whenever I like throw out a comic book when everyone wants to be on it, just like right away. So it'd be easy to
get when we do these non-ones, like I want to see like Howard the Duck win or something, like something stupid.
Right. Something.
Something.
I did propose to Jordan my top 64 animated movies, but we'll see if.
Well, that's what Brian's thing is going to be. It's just a bunch of animated movies. So we'll see when we do his. I have a feeling.
I brought it up once before. I still think the top 64 of the IMDb top 250 would be cool.
Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do that one. Yeah, it's on the schedule. Like, the only thing we're gonna do with that is like we're gonna do the 64 of the 250, but we might exclude a couple of movies that like just nobody's seen. There's a few movies on there that are like.
The French
one called like Hari Kiri or something. It's like a Kurosawa movie that probably nobody's seen. Like things like that, we might skip over just because like we want to go with ones that people have seen. So, but we'll pick out the 64, like probably the most popular ones out of there. But that'll be crazy because that'll be all those movies are good. So you'll have like Shawshank against like Dark Knight or Godfather against like Goodfellas, like all kinds of crazy stuff. Like we'll have a lot of really good movies.
I finally watched the Shawshank Redemption because I have not watched it, so I have an excuse to watch it.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jordan?
Yeah, what are you doing with your life?
Even I've seen that one.
I just watched Forrest Gump more because they came out in the same year, and so
and Forrest Gump won all the Oscars when Shawshank or Pulp Fiction should have won easily.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so, but yeah, we have that one, and also the top 50 highest grossing movies of all time for a tier ranker fight too. So that'll be coming up. So yeah,
how many Transformers movies make 15 tier?
Yeah, right.
Well, is it domestic or worldwide? Yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah, right. And then
top 50 domestic.
Frozen 2 S tier. What?
Yep.
It
Yeah.
might be.
Right. Maybe, but
No.
not for me. But maybe for somebody
Yeah,
else.
not me.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm just gonna bring up our schedule. Just some other shows we have coming up. Let me see here. There we go. But yeah. So we got Malcolm's Top 64 coming up Tuesday. So that should be a fun time because this will be kind of all over the place.
Jesus,
We're gonna
Minions is one of the
what about
50. What the fuck?
Really? Minions,
Dude, Minions?
no, thank
Yeah.
you.
Oof.
but then we got best supernatural horror movies. So that one's
Mhm.
coming up a week from today, actually. And then
I thought basketball was that. Did you switch the order?
yeah, so I switched basketball just to kind of
Okay.
be able to accommodate
end
a
of
few
the
people's
month?
schedules. Yeah, so the basketball
Okay.
one will be on October 29th. Will be best basketball movies, and then also we have our horror championship episode coming up. So that'll be Tuesday, October 26th. So there are a lot of heavy hitters. We got Mark Edward Horick, Adam Collins, and then a couple of people that I've been reaching out to that have been in talks with because William Bibiani actually said he won't be able to make it because there's just too much going on, like in the world of horror for October. So I think he's pretty swamped. But then also too, just to kind of throw in our top 64 will actually be the first week of the first Tuesday in November, followed by best fictional restaurants. We're going to be
Oh, yeah.
doing, so that'll be a lot of fun. So like all the crazy restaurants from like TV and movies, just all that stuff. So yeah, that should be
I already
a good
put that
time.
list together. It's a fun list of like all these restaurants that you get to see, a decent amount of, like in a movie or something. And yeah, we're just gonna vote on the ones that like. Which one would you want to go to? Jackrabbit Slim's from Pulp Fiction, or that Ziggy Piggy place from like Bill and Ted, or like the donut shop from Wayne's World, or whatever, like all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah,
The Krusty Burger from The Simpsons,
Krusty Burgers, yeah, whatever, like all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna play around with that and have a lot of fun with it.
Pizza Planet all the way.
Yeah, Pizza Planet.
Pizza Planet.
Pizza Planet. That might be a heavy favorite. Like
I'll be on
Pizza
that.
Planet would be fucking awesome. Like I would go there all the time. Play some
Seriously.
crane games and like wait for them to call your pizza number and like that'd be awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Yeah, it's on there.
The claw's spoken. It is spoken.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Well, even like Ratatouille,
yeah.
like that Giuseppe's place is on the list. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's just a little preview of some things we have coming up. So if anybody's watching that, if you're ever interested in being on an episode, hit me up and let me know. If you ever have any ideas, you can find us on
Even
all the
you,
social-
Spam Bot, in the comments, if you want to be on an episode, let us know, Mr.
Yeah.
Spam Bot.
We have a little theory as to why we're getting spammed tonight that I'll have to tell you guys off air. But anyways,
Okay, we'll go off the air in a
let
minute.
you know. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
but,
why Steven couldn't join us.
Yeah, right. Because he's spamming us tonight, right?
Yeah.
How dare you, Steven? But
Mhm.
you can find us on all the social media platforms at Movie Hero 2121, and also we even have a Gmail, Movie Hero 2121 at gmail.com. And then you can find the poll with the Elite Eight will be in the Schmodown Friends and Family group over on Facebook tomorrow.
Conair
for the win. Yep.
Yeah. All right. I'll vote for Time After Time too, just to throw it off and see if we can get it in the top one.
Yeah, right. We gotta. I'll go watch.
What ended up winning our comedies? Because Harold and Kumar was in the
and
lead for a while, and then I think Anchorman and Step Brothers kind of came back later. So, yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. The last that I checked, it was Harold and Kumar. So I was surprised by that one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But,
Cool. Good movie.
But yeah, that's pretty much where you can find us. So yeah. So that'll do it for us tonight. So so for Jacob, for Austin, for Hotel Nerd, for Steven, who couldn't even make it tonight, but he was on the schedule.
Richie?
And also for Richie Nemo Goodaker. I've been Jordan Movie Hero Anderson, and we will see you guys next time.